Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. Dobie, Dobie.
I have a problem, as usual, and the usual problem, too. Thalia Miniger. Ah, Thalia. She looks like $1 million. And that's probably what it's going to take to get her. $1 million. So really, the problem I have is I don't have Thalia. Or $1 million. All I've got is love for Thalia and 8 cents and an awful yen to take her to the dance Saturday night.
Dobie, I got your note. What's so important?
Thalia, I want to talk to you about something straightforward, man to man. Now, to start with, you're gorgeous. Also, you're greedy and grasping. Now, there's a dance Saturday night. You can go with any of the rich fellas in school if you want. But, Thalia, there's one tiny soft spot in that hard heart of yours, and that soft spot is me. You'd really like to go to the dance with me. So, Thalia, I'm asking you for once in your gorgeous, greedy, grasping life, forget sordid money.
With all that, just so you could ask me to go to the dance Saturday night?
Well, yeah.
You're sweet.
Me?
And I'm crazy about you.
You are?
Well, I must be to want to go to the dance with you.
You'll go?
Uh-huh.
Ah,
Under
Thalia,
certain
my
conditions.
Thalia. Ah, you won't be sorry. Well, what conditions?
Sordid money.
How'd that get into the conversation?
You brought it up.
Oh.
Now, I want to go to the dance first class.
Well, naturally, I know Dad'll let me have the truck.
No, Dobie.
No?
No, I want to go in a taxi.
A taxi?
Yes.
Let's compromise. We'll walk.
A taxi both ways.
Both ways?
Or I don't go.
All right, a taxi.
And
Now,
you'll
really-
have my blue formal clean.
Yes, but Your blue formal clean?
Well, you'll be looking at it, won't you?
Yeah,
And
but...
you'll be dancing with it, won't you?
Yeah, but...
I mean, you wouldn't want me to go to the dance without it.
No.
Or you wouldn't want it to go to the dance without me. It's what they call a package deal.
Yeah. Agreed, my darling.
All right, it's a date as soon as you sign this.
Sign? What's this?
It's a list of the things you just agreed to. I whipped it up in typing class. You see, it even has estimated cost.
Total $11? But it's like a contract.
I've been through this too many times with you before where you've made a lot of promises before a dance, and then you say you don't remember. Now, I'm not going to spend Saturday night having to nag you about it because it'll just spoil the dance. So, sign.
Thalia, I love you.
Love doesn't butter any parsnips.
Nah, you stick with me, Thalia, and I promise you, someday I'll really butter your parsnips.
Someday. Don't you understand, Dobie? I can't waste time waiting for someday.
$11! Maynard, let me put it to you this way. I had absolutely no trouble wrapping myself around her little finger. Okay, so she outsmarted me for $11. But if she can outsmart me for $11, I ought to be able to outsmart my father for $11. Impossible? Nothing's impossible. Why, just a few years ago, nobody thought you could hit the moon with a rocket. What? Maynard, one of these days they may not miss. Of course, hitting the moon's a lot easier than hitting my father for $11. $11?
$11? And you're gonna get it.
Now, if it be reasonable, the least you can do is listen.
Okay, so I'm listening. Reason with your old dad.
Well, look, I need it for the dance Saturday, and I can show you right here what I need every penny for. First, 2 dance tickets, $1.
That sounds okay.
Yeah, you want to give it to me with each item or all in a lump?
Oh, I will probably give you several lumps. Read on.
Taxi.
Taxi. In school, when they should be studying, they send them to gym. But come Saturday, they got to take a taxi to a dance. Why can't you dance your way to the dance?
Taxi, $2.
$2. What, are you and her going to go in separate taxis?
And orchid corsage, $3.
Ooh, orchid corsage, $3. Ha ha ha! I didn't even and say anything funny, but ha me some more.
2 dinners at the Biltmore Coffee Shop after the dance, $4.
That's right, boy. Think big.
That's my old
And
man.
you're ready to eat small, I know. Ha. Well, you've come to $10.
Miscellaneous, $1.
What's this miscellaneous?
Oh, that's for getting my dress clean.
Your dress?
I mean, my suit. Total, $11.
Total $2. $1 for the tickets and $1 for your suit, which you will get Saturday.
Dad, you'll change your mind.
Well, I might at that. I might make it $1.
You see how I handle things? I've really got it here. A headache. I haven't got the $11, but I'm still holding on to Thalia by the tips of my bleeding fingers. I talked her into a 24-hour extension on the contract if I get her formal clean. And I found just the place. A new cut-rate shop on the other side of town.
There you are. Now you've saved a whole $1. No, now don't try to thank me. You know, we're losing money on every garment, but we're just opening our shop here, and we want to get, make a lot of good friends. So you please tell everybody you know about our Get Acquainted offer. 2 garments, cleaned and pressed for the price of 1. I'd consider it a favor.
Oh, we'll be glad to, sir.
Well, we'll do you a favor if you do me a favor.
A favor?
It's not much of a one, really. You see, we'll each be getting $1 on Saturday to pay for these. Now, that's $2. And my friend here will give you his $1 on Saturday for both garments, if you'll give me the other $1 now.
The other $1?
Yes, the one that we're saving.
That one.
What?
How come you get it?
Well, because it was my idea. Thank you. And I'll be sure and tell everyone at school about your shop.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wait. I just got an idea that'll make us both very, very rich.
Yeah? I don't like this. We ought to scram and lay low for a while.
Relax. The truck isn't half full yet.
But we barely got out of Springfield, and that's not more than 100 miles from here. I don't like it, Edwards.
What could be safer? We bring us a lot of clothes in that cut-rate offer, we load them in the truck, and we disappear before the public ever tumbles.
Yeah, but the police will tumble eventually. Then they'll start looking for us. The first... What's so funny?
That young girl that I just waited on. Smart, nervy. What a con woman she'd make. If only my daughter turned out like that.
I didn't know you got a daughter.
Yeah, social service worker.
Now, we'd be the agents for this shop. Don't you get it?
I haven't even gotten that 2-for-1 yet.
I keep telling you that was honest. Now, look, we'd be the shop's agents and collect commission.
You got a pencil and paper?
Well, you forget about that 2-for-1. Now, look, think of how much money we'd make being his agents at school.
Agents in schools? Why didn't I think of that before?
Agents in school?
Why, they'll hustle clothes from all the kids in school. Don't you get it?
We'd get clothes from every kid in school. Don't you get it? Could I talk to you for a moment?
Why, certainly, young lady.
How would you like to have agents working in a school?
Agents working in school?
Yes, bringing in clothes for you to clean and press.
Well, my goodness me, that'd be wonderful, but who would ever do that?
Well, my friend Mr. Gillis and me. This is Mr. Gillis,
how do you
and
do?
I'm Miss Menninger.
Well, how are you? My name is Edwards. Well, I want to tell you, I'd appreciate it.
Appreciate it?
Your kindness.
Well, I was thinking of a commission.
Commission?
Well, yes, on the money you get in for the clothes that we bring you.
Oh, well, goodness me, I don't know if I could afford a commission.
Well, you said you wanted to make friends. Now, what's 10%?
10%.
7.5%. 5%.
It's a deal.
For 7.5.
You know, I'm so happy with this idea. I'll tell you what, you so impress me, I'm going to give you 10% commission. Now, if you'll pardon me, I want to go and give my partner the good news.
Oh, Thalia, the way you took him in, you're wonderful.
Yes, partner.
Really?
50-50. Why, we're bound to make $11 apiece by Saturday. And then you can take me to the dance.
Really?
On your share.
Yeah, I thought we're partners.
Well, we are business-wise, but not socially.
Why'd you give him 10%?
Who's going to give him anything?
Oh, we will make a fortune.
Yeah, all we got to do now is get the business.
But they just got it.
Boy, that Thalia. She doesn't do things halfway. When she goes into a business, she really goes into it. I mean, within a week, Thalia and I were the biggest dry cleaners in town. My father's store is right on the way to school. A very convenient place for the kids to drop off their cleaning. Boy, did we do business. And the first thing Thalia did, she hired an advertising manager.
Like hear ye, like hear ye. Bring it in, we'll clean it for 50 cents. Charge your old man a buck. Don't miss this golden opportunity to cheat your parents. Like hear ye, like hear ye. Hey, what's going on here?
Mr. Gillis, I've been standing here for 30 minutes trying to get waited on.
I'll take care of you right away, Mrs. Kenny.
Thank you.
Will you get out of my way?
See here, Mr. Gillis. This is not the only market in town, you know.
All right, Mrs. Kenny, I'll be right with you.
My husband is waiting for his breakfast. He's getting hungry. And when he gets hungry, he gets mean. And when he gets mean, I get hit.
I'll be right there, Mrs. Kenny. Excuse me, Big Daddy. Hey, I'm back on Saturday, good buddy. Out! Everybody! Out!
I certainly will. And it'll be a cold day in July before you get my business again.
Out! 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 Out!
What is all this, dear?
It's a loony bin, that's what it is. You've been trying to bankrupt me for years, boy. It looks like you finally done it.
Bankrupt? Why, there's a fortune here, Mr. Gillis.
Fortune for who? I'm not in the old clothes business. I'm in the grocery business, or at least I used to be.
Why is everybody leaving their clothes here, Dobie?
Well, because it's closer than the cleaners, Mom. We take them over to the cleaners later.
And they charge 50 cents a garment, and we get 10% on each garment.
Yeah. How much is that a piece?
Well, so long, Mom. So long, Dad. We got to get to school. I'll see you later.
Hey, just a minute. Just a darn minute. Who's going to clean all this junk out of here?
Well.
Well, I thought that while you were out making your deliveries in the truck this morning, that you could drop the clothes off at the cleaners.
Me?
Well, it's only about 3 or 4 miles out of your way, and it's such a lovely day for a drive. And just think, you'd be giving Dobie a new start at life.
Listen, you may be too smart for dimwit here, but you're not too smart for me.
Well, yes, she is, Dad.
Yeah, that's a fact, Mr. Gillis.
Goodbye, Mr. Gillis.
So long.
Well, say it.
Say what?
I'll give you a hint. I gotta.
Kill that boy.
Yes, sir, that Thalia figured out everything. Every little detail. Except one.
Just one more load.
Thank you. I certainly appreciate this.
Can we go now, Edwards? Can we, huh?
One more load coming in.
Oh, let's blow. I don't like the looks of this caper.
Possess your soul in patience, little man.
Well, that's all of them.
It's mighty kind of you, sir. Mighty neighborly.
Hey, what about a receipt?
Well, that's exactly what I was going to get, sir.
Oh. Now, Edwards, now, for Pete's sake, now.
Right now, but wait till I get my hat and my coat. We jump in the truck and blow town. Go on, hurry up.
Hey, where's that receipt? I ain't got all day, you know. Aha! Aha, what?
I caught you red-handed, didn't I?
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about, Buster. Running this phony cleaning shop and stealing clothes.
Stealing clothes? Yes. Hey, that's it. We gotta get them. They just went out the back way.
Wait a minute, wise guy. I'm wise to all those tricks. Now, come along peacefully.
Listen, my name is Herbert T. Gillis. I got nothing to do with this cleaning shop. I own a grocery store at 9th and Main.
Save it, Buster. Don't make me use no violence.
All right, take me down to my store. My wife will identify me.
I keep telling you, I'm wise to all those tricks. All of them.
If you're scared, I'll run away. Put the cuffs on me.
Of course he's Herbert T. Gillis, officer.
I'm Dobie Gillis.
You shut up! Believe me, you heard what my wife said.
Your wife? Who are you trying to kid, Buster? You mean your gun mom? I've seen that type of dame before. Plenty of them.
Listen, you turn me loose, you fathead, or I'll have you pounding a beat out in the sticks.
What do you think I'm doing now?
Turn me loose, I say. I know my rights. I am a veteran.
Pipe down, all of you. And nobody move until the chief arrives. Well, here he is, Chief. I caught him red-handed. And as for the dame, I think she's the brains of the whole outfit.
Release us.
Chief.
You heard me. Take off those cuffs.
Oh, you did a great job, Mulcahy.
While you were arresting this citizen, the thieves got away with the clothes. I'm sorry, Mr. Gillis, but you can see how Mulcahy here could have made a mistake.
Yes, I see perfectly. But I hold no grudge. However, if you don't mind, I would like to have a few words with my son. Alone. So if you and Sherlock Holmes here would please take off, I'd appreciate it.
Okay. Station house. Thanks, Mr. Gillis.
Oh. Herbert?
Don't give me any ideas. Son, what is this used for?
Opening up things.
Oh, that's very good. And what do we generally open up with this?
Oh, cases of canned goods, stuff like that.
You make me proud, boy.
Oh, it's nothing.
Take this, you lout, and get out there in the back room and open up every one of those crates and boxes and unpack every last one of them. And when you're finished with that, mop the floor. And when you're finished with that, wash the window. And when you're finished with that, wash the truck. And when you're finished with that, come upstairs. I'll be lying down thinking of other things for you to do.
But, Dad...
Shut up! How many suits and dresses do you think you and your partner turned over to them crooks? 300? 400?
Like that, yeah.
Well, those are stolen now, boy. And who do you suppose is going to have to pay for them?
You?
You're getting warm. Take another guess.
Me?
Go to the head of the class and go to work and keep working until you've earned enough to pay for 400 suits and dresses.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Winnie, let's you and I go upstairs and try to enjoy what's left of our old age.
Cheer up, dear. Work never hurt anybody.
No. Look what it did to Dad.
Look what it did! I got it!
Hey, good buddy.
Maynard, you know what these are?
Hands?
On my hands, Maynard. You know what those are?
No, good buddy, but they look terrible.
Blisters. Blisters and calluses from working.
Working? You?
My father's making me work in the store till all those clothes are paid for.
You can't do that, man. There's laws in this country.
Maynard, I've talked to a lawyer. He can do it.
Gee, that's tough, Big Daddy. I mean, that's like tough.
Yeah. Maynard, you wouldn't like to help me work, would you?
Gee, Dobe, I'd stick my arm in a fire for you. I'd jump in front of a train for you. But, work? Sorry, Dobe.
Yeah.
You do understand, don't you?
Oh, sure, Maynard.
How long you gonna have to work till them clothes are paid for?
As nearly as I can figure it, 70 years.
It's all that Thalia's fault. All her fault.
Yes, it is. And that's why I've sent for her.
You gonna tell her off, Dobe? Are you, huh?
Yes, Maynard, I'm finally, definitely, positively gonna tell her off.
Dobie?
Thalia?
Yes?
I love you.
Ooh, that's telling her off.
Dobie, I'm sorry.
Sorry, lot good that does. Look at his hands. I mean, if he could like play the piano, he couldn't.
Poor hands, what happened?
Work, that's what.
Poor darling, and it's all my fault, too.
Oh, that's all right, Thalia. I love you.
Oh, no, don't love me, Dobie. I'm not worthy of you. I'm mean and rotten.
Amen.
Why do you be so greedy and grasping? Why can't I be good and sweet and pure like you and Maynard, too?
Me?
Yes, you're good. Both of you. Good, sweet, and pure. And I'm just rotten. All I care about is money.
Oh, now, just a minute here. Remember what you said. You don't care about money for yourself.
Yeah, that's right, girl. You told me your father's like 60 years old and has like a kidney condition.
Yeah, and you said your mother isn't getting any younger.
And your sister's married to a loafer.
Yeah, and you said your brother's going to end up living off the county.
So remember, it's up to you to find a rich husband and save your miserable family.
That's right, Taylor. That's what you said. So you're not mean and rotten. In fact, you're noble, kind of.
You're sweet to say so. Both of you. Good, sweet, and pure, but you're wrong. Listen, even if my father had kidneys of steel, and if my mother was younger than springtime, and if my sister was married to a gillionaire, and my brother was president of Harvard, I'd still want money because I'm mean and rotten.
Hey, Dobe, maybe she is.
Well, she doesn't have to stay mean and rotten. People can change.
Oh, please help me change, Dobie. I can do it for you. Mean and rotten as I am, I've still got a soft spot for you. Because you're decent and kind and honest and good-looking.
Yeah, except for his hands.
Say you'll help me, Dobie. And you too, Maynard. Because I want to be good and sweet and pure like you.
What do you say, Dobe? You think there's a chance?
We'll try. We'll try.
Oh, thank you. We'll be so happy.
Yeah.
Just simple, sweet, kind, good people. What do we need with money? The best things in life are free.
Ooh, what a title for a song.
Simple pleasures, real devotion, true love. Look! What, don't you know who they are? Those are the crooks from the cleaning store. Oh, go get them. Hurry up. Come on, Maynard. Go get them. Quick.
Of all the times for this to happen, and us with a truck full of hot clothes.
Oh, shut up and jack up the cover.
Get up, Maynard.
Hurry up. Help! Police! Help! Police!
What's going on here?
We just caught those crooks over there from the dry cleaners. Hurry up. Come on.
Hold him, Maynard.
Hold it, you wise guys. You're under arrest.
Wait a minute, officer. I can explain all this.
Just explain me one thing. What'd you do with all them clothes you stole?
Well, they're right here in the truck. We're just going to deliver them.
Oh, sure you are. Well, it's station house for you wise guys. And don't try anything cute. Now get going.
Oh, now, don't shove.
You kids watch the truck while I get some help. Oh, that was a nice piece of work, little lady. If you drop by the station house later, there's a $50 reward waiting for you.
$50?
Thalia, this is wonderful. All those clothes will be returned now, and I can quit working.
And we can be like together all the time. I mean, simple pleasures, real devotion, true love.
$50! Oh!
What $50?
Well, didn't you hear what he said? I'm going to get a $50 reward for catching those crooks.
But, Thalia, we caught the crooks, so how come you get the $50?
Well, because I recognize them. That's why I get the $50.
I see. I don't suppose you'd consider a three-way split.
Well, how can you suggest such a thing? That money is mine.
Simple pleasures, real devotion, true love.
Thalia, you're right.
You mean the $50 is mine?
I mean you're mean and rotten.
Would you like it if your father had a kidney condition?
Thalia, take your greedy bones out of here.
Am I really mean and rotten?
The meanest.
The rottenest.
You're right, Dobie. I decided to split the money.
3 ways?
Now, just a minute. Fair is fair. I was thinking that I should get like $40, and you and Maynard can have $5 apiece.
Grab it, Dobe. You're never going to get a better shake from this one.
No.
And then you
All
can
right.
take me to the dance Saturday night
Thalia,
with
baby.
your $5, and you'll have my blue formal clean.
She's all heart, that girl. Hey, Big Daddy. Have like a ball at the dance?
Great. Thalia was a perfect lady.
Yeah?
She sure was. She let me lead twice.
Yeah, everybody was talking about it.
Yeah.
Hey, did you make her take her home in a taxi?
Of course not. In fact, she was very generous. She got her father to lend me his car.
No kidding.
Yeah, and she only charged me 40 cents an hour and 6 cents a mile.
She's all heart, that girl.
Yeah.
gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde, is she tall, is she dark, is she small, is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. 'Cause Dobie has to have a girl to call his own. Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde, is she tall, is she dark, is she small, is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, she's hers and hers alone. Dobie.
I have a lot of trouble with my parents, but that's all right. I mean, what are parents for but to give you trouble? What bugs me is that I'm having trouble with other people's parents, and that's not fair. I mean, parents ought to stay on their own kids' backs and keep off strangers. Now, you take Mr. and Mrs. Ellingboe. They're Clotilde Ellingboe's mother and father.
Clotilde!
I told you they wouldn't like me.
Mother, Daddy, I'd like you to meet Dobie Gillis.
How do you do, sir? See?
And this is my brother, Arthur.
Hi.
You don't look familiar. Do you spend much time around the library?
Well, no, not this year.
I do, in the mathematics department.
Arthur is up to quadratic equations.
They're nice.
Gillis. No, I'm sure I never met your parents.
Why haven't we met your parents, Mr. Gillis? We attend every CHSS PBL meeting.
CHSS PBL?
Yes, the Central High School Students and Parents Betterment League.
Oh, that's CHSS PBL, yeah.
Why haven't we met your parents at the meetings of the CHSS PBL?
Well, they don't go.
They don't go?
No. Mom would go, but she can't ever get Dad to come along. You see, when nighttime comes around, his feet hurt.
The great battle for men's minds lies ahead, and any man who stays home at night and coddles his feet is deserting under fire.
A young man raised without such standards, amid sloth and disinterest, is hardly the kind of boy we would find suitable for our daughter.
Clotilde, it's time to do your homework.
I already did mine.
You would.
Good day, Mr. Gillis.
Goodbye, Mr. Gillis.
See, what'd I tell you about me and parents? It's spooky. And I wouldn't exactly say you stuck up for me.
Well, they're right, you know.
You mean you feel the same way?
Well, the CHSS PBL is important. Don't you think you could get your father to go?
Ha!
For me, Dobie. Dear Dobie.
Clotilde, for you, I'd walk over a bed of coals 8 miles long. I'd throw myself in front of a streetcar. I'd go without food and water. But trying to talk my father into something, it can't be done.
Dobie, that's ridiculous. You can do it. Make your father give you a promise that he'll go to next Wednesday night's meeting. He'll give it to you.
Boy, will he give it to me. Oh, Maynard, I have to do a terrible thing to my father.
Oh, don't do it, Dobe. I mean, he might be like stingy and rotten, but after all, he's your father, and he loves you in his own way. Anyhow, you get caught.
Maynard.
And besides, anytime something like this gets in the papers, my old man lowers the boom on me.
Maynard, listen.
Like last week, my old man was reading the paper and about this kid that stole a car in Minneapolis.
Maynard.
Man, he got so shook up, he sent me to bed without any supper. I've never been in Minneapolis.
No.
In fact, I've never been in the state of Indiana.
Maynard, concentrate. Now, I'm not going to kill my father. I'm just going to try and make him go to some meetings of that Students and Parents Betterment outfit.
That's worse.
Yeah. Your parents go to the meetings?
Man, you're joshing. They hold them meetings in the school.
So?
So my father says he spends so much time in the principal's office during the day, he's like entitled to stay home at night.
Well, Maynard, I better go see Dad. No use waiting anymore.
Dobe, don't stand too close when you ask him.
True.
CHSSPBL.
Yeah, it's a kind of a club, Dad.
Who needs more clubs? I'm already a moose. Do they go bowling?
No.
Do they shoot a little snooker?
No.
Do they sit around and smoke and swap stories?
No.
Then it's a phony organization and they ought to be investigated.
Herbert, Dobie is talking about the Students and Parents Betterment League. They do very worthwhile work.
I'm glad I'm a moose.
Dad, I'm just asking you to go to one of their meetings. Don't get sore.
Sore? Who's sore? It's a perfectly reasonable request.
I'm glad you're taking that attitude, dear.
Why, certainly. I ought to put on a suit and tie and go to all kinds of meetings every night. All I do is get up at 5:30 in the a.m. every morning and go down to the produce market. So when night comes, I'm full of vim and vigor and ready to put on a suit and a tie and go to some meeting at some broken-down auditorium and sit on those hard seats and listen to stimulating discussions about the problems of adolescence.
Well, they do have problems, you know.
Oh, I know. And I know how to solve them. Just give me a sawed-off baseball bat about yay long, and I will turn this adolescent into the most well-adjusted kid you ever saw. A little lumpy, maybe, but well-adjusted.
Herbert, you are not being very progressive.
That's right, Dad.
You shut up.
Herbert.
And why all this sudden interest in education? Oh, what a stupid question. There's got to be a girl in back of it somehow. I don't know how, but somehow.
Dad, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, not all at once, boy. A sudden change like that can give a man a case of the galloping jumps or something. Be just a little honest to begin with, huh?
Dad, I'm in love with a girl named Clotilde Ellingbo.
Clotilde Ellingbo.
Parents are very fine people.
Unlike your parents, who are axe murderers.
Herbert, be quiet. I happen to know who the Ellingbos are. They're very active in all kinds of worthy causes.
Well, he says that any father who doesn't take an interest in his child's education is no better than a slacker.
Slacker? Listen, I enlisted and wound up a first sergeant with a good conduct medal. He was probably riding a disc in the Pentagon.
Actually, Daddy was a PT boat commander.
Oh, an officer, huh? It figures.
Herbert, will you listen? For years I've been trying to tell you the same thing. Helping with Dobie's education is very important.
And for years I have been trying to tell you the same thing. My feet hurt, my legs hurt, my back hurts, my arms hurt, my head hurts.
No wonder your head hurts. Open it up. Let in a little fresh air.
Fresh air in my head?
New ideas, new thoughts, stimulation. That's what you need.
What I need is to lie down.
Nonsense. When's the next meeting, dear?
Wednesday night.
We'll be there.
Thanks, Mom. And Dad, it won't be too bad, honest. You may think your soul's dead, but believe me, somewhere a tiny spark still burns.
Now, listen.
Keep that thought, Dad.
I gotta kill my boy. I just can't.
May I have your attention, please? Well, as you know, we have postponed the meeting of our regular Student and Parent Betterment League so that we may devote our entire discussion to our annual musical review, which is quite widely known now as the CHSSPBL Capers. Well, Mrs. Kenny here has again agreed to give her delightful rendition of She Was Poor, But She Was Honest, which we've all known and loved for the past 15 years.
The old ones are the best, I always say.
Thank you. Now may we hear from our faculty representative, Mrs. Adams.
Thank you. Mr. O'Malley, our gym teacher, has agreed to do an exhibition on the parallel bars and rings.
He's recovered from last year?
Oh, yes, musical accompaniment will again be provided by Miss Collins, Miss Hyde, Miss Munson, and Mr. Kennedy of the English department. The sweet strings of Central High, as they like to call themselves.
Yes, don't they?
Mr. Schwartz of manual training is going to do some glass blowing, and Mr. Milfloss of biology will do bird calls of North America.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Adams, for functioning with your usual dispatch and efficiency. Well, I think we may safely say we're all set.
Well, not quite, Mrs. Armitage.
Why, with all this abundance of talent?
Oh, yes, talent is not our problem. Labor is. We need someone to pull the curtains, shift scenery, handle the lights, take care of all the physical detail backstage.
Oh, where would we ever find such a man?
Sometimes, Mrs. Armitage, our prayers are answered very quickly. Goodness, maybe we got the wrong night.
No, this is Wednesday night. I know, because we are missing the millionaire.
Oh, dear Mr. Gillis, oh, do come up.
Where's this Betterment League clam bake?
We canceled tonight's meeting of the Student Parent Betterment League.
Swell.
Instead, we're having a special little meeting.
Yes, you might call it a rump session. Good evening, Mrs.
How do you
Gillis.
do, Mrs. Armitage?
Howdy doody, Mr. Gillis.
I see you will know everyone except the Ellingbows, Mr. and Mrs. Gillis.
How do you do?
How do
No,
you
the
do?
PT boat commander.
No, you've heard.
I heard.
You must be Dobie's parents. How nice to see you at the CHSS PBL.
Please sit down, won't you? It's so fortunate that you dropped by this evening. We were just discussing the capers.
What capers?
Oh, it's our annual musical review.
Amateur theatricals?
And
Oh, how nice.
And it's for such a worthy cause. After the show, we take up a collection for the teenage canteen.
I don't want to brag, but I still have quite a sweet little voice. It's not very large, of course, but it's clear and true. Maybe you could use me in your capers?
Well, now, I don't know.
Of course we could use you, Mrs. Gillis.
And Mr. Gillis, too.
Me?
Oh, I'm sure you'd be a great asset to the show. It's such a worthy cause, the teenage canteen.
Well, as a matter of fact, I used to do a little hoofing when I was a kid. You see, I won this course in tap dancing at a raffle one time.
As a matter of fact, Mr. Gillis, we have all the talent that we can use, especially since we've added Mrs. Gillis to the cast.
I know just what I'm going to do. A lovely old song about a shepherdess and two little lambs.
Mr. O'Malley is going to give an exhibition on the parallel bars, and Mr. Swartz is going to do some glass blowing.
Well, as you said, you are really loaded with talent. What do you want from me?
To assist me. I'm the stage manager, you see, and you will assist me. You know, the little things that one does backstage.
Like pulling up curtains, shifting scenery, tending the lights, pushing a broom, little things like that.
Uh-huh.
We can depend on you. Of course you can.
Oh, I gotta
Mr. O'Malley is next. Will you pull the curtain up, please?
Don't you think it would be more humane to leave it down?
Why so many are walking out?
Basic law of human nature, self-preservation.
I thought we had some very nice acts.
Acts? What acts? A couple of fat dames out there playing chopsticks on a pile of masons, drawing some bald-headed galoot with glasses, gargling the mating call of the tuft-headed ibis. Those weren't acts, those were major disasters.
We're not professional entertainers, we're only amateurs.
Oh, you can say that again.
Mr. O'Malley's finished his act.
And that took nerve. Mr. and Mrs. Ellingbow, you're on. And Arthur.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for their fifth number, Laura Bell and Cecil Ellingbow will do their dramatic version of Robert Browning's immortal Incident of the French Camp. They will be assisted by Master Arthur Ellingbow.
You know, we French stormed Ratisbon. A mile or so away on a little mound, Napoleon stood on our storming day. With neck thrust out, you fancy how, legs wide, arms locked behind, as if to balance the prone brow, oppressive with its mind. Just as perhaps he mused,
My plans that soar to earth may fall. Waver and yonder wall.
out twixt the battery's smoke there flew a rider, bound on bound. The chief's eye flashed, but presently softened itself as she's a film, the mother eagle's eye, when her bruised eaglet breathes. But just
Dude, this is criminal. This is worse than that glass blower. Didn't anybody ever tell that guy not to inhale?
Scarce any blood came
to
through.
joke about.
You
He'll
looked
be in a liquid
twice
diet for
ere
a
you
month.
saw him.
You know where you made your mistake? You should have taken up your collection from the teenage canteen before the show started. By the time this turkey is over, there won't be a soul left in the house.
Please, Mr. Gillis, the Ellingbows are trying hard to be heard.
You are wounded.
Nay,
His soldier's pride. Touched to the quick, he said,
I'm killed, sire.
and his chief beside, smiling, the boy fell dead.
Go out there and do a soft shoe or something. You know, I had dancing lessons when I was a kid.
So did I, Mr. Gillis. Everyone had dancing lessons when he was a kid.
All right, let's do one together, huh?
Please, Mr. Gillis, our job is back here working.
That's easy. The hard part is out there watching.
Rather effective, don't you think?
Marvelous, just marvelous.
Oh, how can such big black lies come out of such pretty white teeth? Look, why don't we go out there and hoof before they empty the house?
Oh, please, Mr. Gillis.
I'm thinking of a little town where birds are singing, bells are ringing on the hill. I see you in that simple town, the memories bringing round my heart that old love trail. I close my eyes and wander, in dreams I go back yonder. It seems I'm with you still by the mill, where they made sweet cider, I made sweet love to you. Millwheel was turning as I sat there yearning for one kiss, the sweetest I knew. On the hill, from the old town chapel, those evening bells would chime. That golden November sweet cider time when you were mine.
Oh, no. Come on, lady, dance with me, please.
No, be quiet.
For the teenage canteen, for the sake of sweet charity, before they tear this place down as a menace to public health. Come on, dance with me. Well, there's still some people out there.
On the hill, from the old town chapel, those evening bells would chime. I always remember that golden November, sweet cider time when you were mine. Sweet cider time when you were mine. Now, oh, honey, wait for me. Oh, honey, wait for me. Meet me down by the old golden gate, down where the sun goes down about 8. How my love is burning, burning, burning. How my heart is yearning, yearning, yearning to be.
How about evening up the odds, huh? Give the audience earplugs and blindfolds.
How my love is burning, burning, burning. How my heart is yearning, yearning, yearning to be down among the sheltering clouds. Oh, honey, wait for me.
Well, doesn't she look pretty, Mr. Gillis?
Do you mind if I use 2 little lambs in this number? It will give it a touch of realism.
Real?
You'll see.
Well, you're on next, Mrs. Gillis.
Tally-ho!
That's showbiz.
Down in the mead, where of it did lay his pipe to the lambkins. The Lord and stay, though
it's so late to change my name.
Well, Mrs.
Mr. Gillis?
Okay.
Let's cook.
With Robin's pipe still slumber.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, dear. I was gasped.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
I would.
Well, you ready?
Oh, well, what about costumes? We can't dance in these clothes.
Mrs. Adams, for the Lincoln-Douglas debate, will these costumes do?
The costumes will do very nicely.
Meeting to investigate serious charges made by certain members of the Betterment League.
Well, I
Very glad.
Quiet, please. One at a time, please. Mr. Ellingbo.
Mr. Chairman, Mrs. Ellingbo and I are known far and wide for our fair-mindedness. There are some things that simply aren't done.
A teacher entrusted with the minds and hearts of our young people, showing off her legs in public. Disgrace. And tying us up.
Lovely.
Delightful.
What? I mean, her legs were lovely.
And delightful.
Very much like mine when I was a mite younger, of course.
Think of all the money we've made for the teenage canteen. Disgraceful. That's what it was.
Yes, and we demand to know what's going to be done about it.
We're not going to do anything about it until we have a look. Will you oblige the piano, Jethro? No jada jada jing jing jing.
Hi, Dobie.
Oh, hello, Clotilde.
Dobie, I've been thinking, would you like to take me over to the malt shop? Or if you'd like, we could go for a walk in the park. How about to a movie? To a drive-in? In my car? I'll pay. Dobie, you haven't even heard a word I've said.
Sure I did, Clotilde. Say, he's pretty good, isn't he? I mean, considering his age and the condition of his feet. Yes, sir. I'm real proud of Dad.
Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, she's hers and hers alone. 'Cause Dobie has to have a girl to call his own. Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, she's hers and hers alone. Dobie.
I'm scared. I better do something quick or I'm in big trouble. What am I scared about? I can give you the answer in 2 simple words. Melissa Frome. Ah, soft, pink, creamy, beautiful Melissa. She's a girl. What a girl. She's crazy about me. Perfect, huh? Well, that's why I'm scared. It's too perfect. Something's got to happen to spoil it.
Dobie, dear, I'll have...
Chocolate egg foo young sundae with double whipped cream.
Oh, Dobie, darling, that's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
Well, wonderful. That's simply wonderful that you knew. You know, it's almost like magic.
Yeah.
What magic? Every time you two come in here, she orders a chocolate egg foo young sundae with double whipped cream. Big deal. What do you want?
Mrs. Tarantino, I'll just
Have a glass of water, please. Yeah, I could have figured that out. Empty Walletsville.
Yeah.
And we got no magic bond between us.
No.
Tarantino was certainly impolite. I think you ought to report her to the manager.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Well, then I will.
No, Melissa. No, try to see it her way. She works so hard all day long, and how much can she make in here? In our circle of dimes known as a lavish tip.
Oh, I never thought of that.
And what's her home life like? I mean, if Mrs. Tarantino has to work in here, it means Mr. Tarantino needs her help. She's probably sick. Who knows? Probably lying there in bed staring at the ceiling encased in a plaster cast.
Oh, the poor man.
The poor woman. Running around in here all day, her back and her head and her feet must be...
Oh, bless you, Sonny. That's the first kind word I've heard since I come to work here.
Huh?
You know, if I've been yapping at you, it ain't me, kid. It's my feet. They're doing the screaming.
Oh, well, tell him I understand. Yeah, I understand.
That's the first good laugh I've had all week.
Yeah.
You're okay, kid.
Yeah.
Hold on to him, girlie. Good men these days are hard to find.
Dobie, you're the kindest, sweetest, gentlest person I ever met.
No, I wouldn't say that, but I'm glad you did. See what I mean? See why I'm scared? It's just too perfect. I finally found a girl who thinks I'm...
Wonderful, divinely wonderful.
It is your love that has made me this way. When I'm with you, I feel fresh and sparkling and alive.
Oh, me too.
If I lost you, I'd be a ragged, useless, dirty wreck.
You rang?
Oh, hi,
Hello, Maynard.
Don't. You don't know how way out it feels to gleam your friendly face in my hour of need.
Maynard, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I feel like somebody just tossed me in one of them wagons and carted me off to the gelatin.
If that's guillotine, Maynard.
Yeah, guillotine.
Yeah. Tell me what's wrong, Maynard. You know how I worry about you.
Well, I can't.
You'd like better.
I need money.
I had to ask.
You see, I'm doomed.
No, stop dramatizing. You know I'll help you. Just tell me how much money you need and why.
$6.26 on account of this chemistry course I've taken in school.
Maynard, you're taking chemistry?
Well, for the first 6 weeks, I thought it was a folk dancing class, and by then I was trapped.
The $6.26.
Oh, yeah. Now, get this picture. I'm in the chemistry lab, see? We're like working on an experiment.
Yeah.
And the place is like crawling with chemicals. And I'm pouring and mixing. And everything's steaming and gurgling. And fuming and bubbling. And foaming and frothing. And then it happened.
You mixed the wrong chemicals and...
Not then.
No.
But when I poured the milkshake from my thermos bottle into
Then.
it... Varoom! Varoom! The whole place looked like Hurricane
Maynard!
Maynard!
So you need the $6.26 to pay the school for the broken equipment.
Man, like you should have seen it.
Maynard, enough! Here, be careful. It's practically every penny I own.
Gee, thanks, folks.
Yeah. Maynard can get himself into the most ridiculous situation.
You're like a real human being.
Dobie, you're so warm and kind to waitresses and so
Yeah.
generous to your friends.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you've got a heart as big as...
All outdoors?
Oh, at least.
Yeah, well, Maynard needed the money. Oh, my gosh, the money.
The money?
Yeah, I was saving it to buy our tickets for the Kingston Trio Saturday night.
Oh, if I don't see the Kingston Trio, I'll die. Oh, can't you get some money from your father?
Surely you jest.
Oh, I'll die.
I'll get the money from my father. Get 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 money from my father. No matter how you say it, it sounds impossible.
I gotta kill that boy. I just gotta.
Dobie just made a simple little mistake.
Leaving a chocolate ice cream bar on the cash register is a simple little mistake.
He was probably just taking some money out of the register and he just happened to leave his ice cream bar. What's so wrong?
What's so wrong? 1, he was helping himself to the cash register. 2, he left a chocolate ice cream bar for change. 3, you don't think there's anything wrong. That's what's so wrong. Oh, every day hospitals get babies mixed up, and no, we have to get the right one. Oh, it's too late to worry about that now. For 3 months, I've been waiting for the bank to send a man out here to check the store. For 3 months, every day, I've cleaned and I've dusted and I scrubbed so that when he got here, the store would look like we'd be a good risk for a loan. Finally, the big day arrives. At last, I'm going to get to borrow $300 so I can make a down payment on a good used truck. The man from the bank walks in. Does he see a clean store? Does he see a dusted store? Does he see a scrub store? No, the first thing he sees is Herbert T. Gillis, proprietor, emptying out a cash drawer full of ice cream chocolate-coated nickels. Well, I suppose you found everything in A1 tip-top first-class credit rating shape.
Well, your store appears moderately well run. In general.
Mr. McCurdy, all I want is a small loan. Oh, it would be a big help, you know, if I didn't have to put up with that shoving and coaxing and cranking and all on cold mornings when I have to get out and push. My aching back.
Mr. Gillis, sympathy will avail you nothing. When my bank grants a loan, it is strictly on the merits of the credit risk involved.
Oh, we're a very good credit risk, Mr. McCurdy.
Oh, why, certainly. We've borrowed from everybody.
Good afternoon, Gillis Grocery. Mr. McCurdy, just a moment.
Oh, thank you. I asked them at the office to refer my calls to this
Help
number.
yourself.
Hello? Yes, this is McCurdy. If the money is not on my desk by tomorrow morning, I'll have no alternative but to foreclose the mortgage, Mrs. Tarantino. But it certainly isn't the bank's fault that your husband is in a plaster cast. Now, where were we?
No.
Hi, Dad. Mom.
Son, why don't you go out in the park and play a little football?
Football season's over, Dad.
And how about a few innings of baseball?
Oh, baseball season hasn't started.
Chase the barrel, then. Now let me find an answer to that one.
You're acting funny, Dad. Aren't you feeling well?
Not lately.
Mr. McCurdy, this is our son, Dobie.
Hello, Mr. McCurdy.
Dobie, dear,
Hello,
why
young
don't you
man.
go upstairs and get yourself something to eat out of the icebox?
Oh, thanks, Mom, but there's plenty down here. This sort of fouls up the store's bookkeeping, but business has been so bad lately, it doesn't make much difference.
Dobie, dear, I have a idea. Why don't you and I go for a walk around the block? You need the exercise.
Oh, no, Mom, I
Well,
don't
then
need
I need the exercise. Goodbye, Mr. McCurdy. Goodbye, Herbert.
Daddy, I don't intend to wait in the car any longer. I'm dying to get to the stables and break that stallion's spirit.
Mr. Gillis, this is my daughter, Mignon.
Oh, I'm very happy to know you, miss. Could I get you a cold drink or something? Anything you want?
Him.
Him who?
The boy who was just dragged out of here. The cute one with the blonde hair and the weak chin.
Gillis, you must mean your son.
Dobie? Look, miss, why don't you give yourself a break and settle for a cold drink?
Daddy, tell Mr. Gillis to arrange an introduction.
Well, if that's what you want, but I don't see any reason for it. Oh, Dobie's a nice enough kid and all that, but he is never going to set the world on fire. In fact, sometimes I wonder if he's even going to get around to lighting the fuse.
I knew that the minute I saw him. That's why I want him. He's unformed, flexible, pliable, the kind I can mold and shape to fit my own taste. Give me the namby-pambies every time.
Namby-pamby? Now, just a minute, miss. He may be a namby-pamby, but he is my namby-pamby, and nobody's going to call him a namby-pamby but me.
Mr. Gillis, you are, I believe, applying for a loan.
That has nothing to do with my son. Has it, Mr. McCurdy? Has it? It has? It has. You were saying, miss?
I am giving a party Saturday night. Your son will be my date. Have him calling me tomorrow and we will discuss the details. Any questions?
No questions.
Good. Daddy?
You should meet her mother.
You mean Dad could really lose that loan on account of what I did?
I'm afraid so, dear. Establishing credit at a bank is a very touchy thing.
Mom, I really goofed, don't I? I guess I'm just no good.
Oh, that's not true, dear. You're a good boy. You're just a little thoughtless.
Just a lot thoughtless. I've got to do everything I can to help Dad get the loan for that new truck. Poor Dad, he's so overworked and tired and decrepit and worn out.
Dobie, dear, your sentiments do you credit, but you make him sound awfully old.
Well, Mom, he's pushing 45.
Well, dear, so am I.
Mom, I better help you home.
No, thank you, dear. I think I can manage very nicely all by myself.
Just come along.
Like, hi. Oh, it's only you, Maynard.
Oh, it's only you, Maynard. Every place I go, it's like the story of my life. It's only you, Maynard.
Maynard, I didn't mean it that way.
Like, how else could you mean it's only
Look,
you,
I was
Maynard?
expecting somebody else. I heard the door open. It wasn't the person I was expecting. Here, have a piece of candy.
Sure, Bryce.
It was
It's only you, Maynard.
No, that's wrong. Maynard, I didn't mean to hurt your...
Security's still here. Oh, it's only you, Maynard.
It's only you, Maynard.
Maynard?
What did I do? Why, what is it?
Dad, I want to talk to you.
And I want to talk to you,
Dad,
boy.
I've spent half
Now,
my
I know
life
I've been
looking for
asking you to
excuses
do a
to get out
lot of
work,
things.
and I wouldn't
like
blame you if you never
But
asked me again. A friendly conversation between father and son? Not on your life. That father's trying to sell his own son.
Are you selling your own son?
Well, it's a cinch I'm not giving him away. Look, can you blame me for wanting to get in with McCurdy? His daughter walks in this afternoon, gets a look at the kid's kisser and likes it. Why, I'll never know. So I make a date with him for Saturday night, and he is going to keep it. He owes it to his poor old father who supports him, who walked the floor with him when he had the colic, who had braces put on his teeth so they'd come in straight, and who will break every bone in his ungrateful head if he don't help him.
Mom's right. I will not sell myself for money.
I'm not asking you to. I will do it for you.
Oh, I'd like to help, Dad, but you're asking too much.
Yes, you are.
Wait. Do me one favor. Just go over and see this McCurdy girl tomorrow. Just meet her. Just talk to her. That's all I ask. And then if you don't want to keep the date Saturday night, you don't have to.
That sounds fair to me, Dobie.
Oh, it is fair. Is it a deal, son?
So my father thinks I'm a human sacrifice, huh? Well, I'm not. Well, I mean, I'm human, all right, but if that mignon McCurdy thinks she's going to get me in her clutches, she's got another clutch coming. No, sir, I'm handling everything my way.
Remember, Daddy, when he gets here, I'm handling everything my way.
Poor fish doesn't have a chance.
Pop, here he comes. I'm happy to see he isn't arriving late.
He wouldn't dare.
Daddy?
I'm on my way. Hello, Mr. McCurdy. Into our parlor, said the spider.
Daddy. Oh, Dobie, how good. How very good to see you. Won't you
Likewise,
stop?
Miss McCurdy.
You
Thank
may
you.
call me Mignon.
Oh, thank you, and you may call me Dobie.
I already did.
Yo,
Now tell me, Dobie, what are your school ambitions?
To get out, if I can.
No, dear boy. What I want to know is what subjects do you like best?
Oh, none of them. I just want to get out.
Good, I'm pleased.
You are?
You are clay.
Clay?
Clay. I am the sculptor. I will mold you and form you into the exact image I require.
Just a minute. Just a darn
The same
minute.
thing happened with my mother and Daddy. One look at him, and she knew he was the unformed, flexible, pliable type she was searching for.
No, just a minute.
Daddy, you know Mother has forbidden you to use that chair. The hair oil stains the upholstery. Now, where was I?
Out of line. Now, look, Mignon, I appreciate your feelings toward me, but there's someone else.
Someone else? A girl?
A girl. Quite a girl. We have an understanding. Now,
This girl, will she propel you up the ladder of success the way I will?
well,
Will she forge a solid rock of achievement out of the gooey clay of your mediocrity?
Mignon, she loves me, gooey and clay though I am.
I'm afraid I'll have to move up the artillery.
You can move up anything.
Your father has applied to my father for a loan. This loan is needed for a down payment on a truck.
Or a fish.
This truck is desperately needed to save whatever is left of your father's aching back. This would prolong his careworn life. Am I accurate?
Accurate, but completely incorrect. A bank loan happens to be a strictly business proposition between A, the party of the first part, namely the bank, and B, the party of the second part, namely Herbert T. Gillis, my father. All of which matters has nothing to do with you. Has it, Mr. McCurdy? Has it? It has.
Mignon, what was it you were saying? Here I am, caught on the horns of a dilemma. Boy, I mean, if there's anything you don't want to get caught on the horns of, a dilemma is it. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Melissa's beautiful and soft. Mignon is beautiful and hard. And my father's, well, what can you say about my father?
Stop wringing your fool head off or I'll notch your cord. Gillis Groceries. Oh, hello, Ed. No, I was just closing up. Yeah, I gotta stay open late these days to make a buck. Oh, the competition is murdering me. Gotta put in the extra hours if I'm even gonna break even. No, Ed, I haven't been getting down to Legion Hall lately. It's these hours. After all, I'm up in the morning. I gotta be down to the produce market by 5 a.m., pushing that truck of mine half the way. And on cold mornings when I have to crank that thing, it's sure rough on the lumbago. Then in the store all day, on my feet, which are killing me. Then after I close up, I gotta work on the books. Yeah, Ed, well, say hello to Shardy and all the gang down at the Legion. Thanks for calling. So long, Ed.
Oh, Dad, poor Dad. Keep this around your weary old shoulders, dear old Dad. I'm young.
What's the matter with you? Have you slipped a cylinder or something?
Dad, I want you to know that Mignon McCurdy's a fine girl, and I'm going out with her Saturday night and every night, as long as she and her new truck... father will have it.
Oh, my son.
Dad, here, keep warm. Keep warm, Dad.
Yeah.
I figure that in time I can get used to Mignon. I mean, I can grow kind of a shell. Like an armadillo, or like her father. But Melissa, how am I going to tell her that we're through? Sweet, sensitive Melissa. I'll try to break it to her gently.
Yes, Dobie? Yes, my soulmate?
I can't do it.
Chocolate egg foo young sundae with double whipped cream.
Oh, Dobie, darling, that's just what I wanted. Oh, you're so gentle and so sweet and so understanding.
So yellow. Well, what could I do? How else can you treat a girl who looks on you as some sort of Eagle Scout with 135 merit badges? Nope, I'm not going to do it. I'd rather do anything rather than hurt that sweet, sensitive Melissa. Mignon, you're not going to like this, but there's something I got to tell you.
Before you do, how's your father's back?
My father's back?
His sore back, you know, from pushing that old truck around and waiting for his loan.
That
back,
yeah.
yes. Now, what were you going to tell me?
I forgot.
You forgot.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
No, so long.
You know, I haven't quite broken that stallion yet, but it won't be long now.
I'll bet it won't. All right, okay, I give up. So poor, sweet, sensitive Melissa will just have to suffer and lose the man of her dreams. Wait, what if it turns out that I wasn't the man of her dreams? What if she found out that under this sweet, gentle exterior, there beats a cruel, mean interior? Yeah, cruel and mean. I mean, I just pretend to be that way. Actually, my interior is just as sweet and gentle as my exterior. Maybe even more so. I'll do it. It's the only way. Either that or for the rest of my life, I'll have my father's aching back on my aching back.
It's like, hi, Melissa. I'm waiting for Dobie, too. You see, he's my good buddy. And when you got a good buddy like old Dobe, just meeting him and saying, like, hiya, good buddy, makes you feel big and important.
Oh, here he is.
Like, hiya, good buddy.
It's only you.
It's only you, man. It's only... Dobie, buddy, you didn't mean it like that, did you, huh?
I
Did
meant
you?
it just the way it sounded. It's only you, Maynard, you unwashed beatnik. Now get out of here. I'm sick of that sloppy sweatshirt.
It's only you, Maynard. Say like you didn't mean it, huh, buddy?
I said it and I meant it. Where's the money I loaned you?
I haven't had a chance to open up.
Stop with the excuses. Just cough up what you owe me. Your father's going to hear about it. Or is he a deadbeat, too?
It's only you, Maynard. It's only you. It's only you, Maynard.
What'll you have?
Always have, Dobie, my sweet.
Oh,
The chocolate...
not again. Can't you think of anything more original than the same old junk day after day, week after week?
Dobie, my sweet.
And stop calling me Dobie, my sweet. You're like a broken record. Always the same words, the same food, the same expression on your face.
Oh, Dobie. Hi, kid.
It's Mr. Kid to you.
Huh? How can you talk to poor Mrs. Tarantino that way? Remember, she's got trouble.
Troubles? Well, you hear what happened since last time. The bank foreclosed on our mortgage. 2 fellas came in the house and put wheels under my husband's cast and rolled him right out of the house. We spent the whole night on the sidewalk.
Oh, gee, that's terrible. Well, you certainly can't blame me or the bank. Pay your bills on time or join Maynard's club.
What's going on? You were such a nice, kind kid, and now you turn into a monster.
Look.
Gee, you're a regular Mr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Call the manager. No flunky talks to me like that. Call the manager, you hear?
Dobie Gillis, I never want to see you again as long as I live. Oh, I thought you were so sweet and gentle and sensitive and... Oh, but that's only your exterior. Well, your interior is cruel and...
Mean.
And mean. Goodbye forever. Hurry longer.
And that goes for me, too, Ripper. Give me those extra glasses of water.
I'm not really... I was just doing... You wouldn't...
Hello, Dobie. I heard about what happened down at the malt shop. You were wonderful. Everyone says you were hateful. Beautifully, magnificently, delightfully hateful.
Wait a minute, I didn't want to hurt those people. I only did it so Melissa wouldn't like me anymore. But Maynard's my friend, and Melissa's a sweet, sensitive, artistic girl, and Mrs. Tarantino's a nice lady who has to work hard for a living. Her husband's in a cast on wheels on the sidewalk somewhere.
Dobie, good guys finish last. You've got to be hard and tough. Grab what you want. Oh, I can see you now. Stampeding stockholders, closing down on mortgages. Oh, but Dobie, you'll be the man I've always wanted. I'll tell Daddy to put through your father's loan at once.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Negative, no.
What about that old beat-up truck and your poor father's lumbago?
You keep your hands off my poor father's lumbago.
Dobie, man, did you stop talking back to me that way?
No.
No?
Negative, no, Mignon. No, I want my father to have that new truck, but not this way. No, I'll get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go down to the produce market myself. I'll work, I'll slave, but I'm not kicking my friends in the teeth when their backs are turned.
Be careful, or you won't even get second portions at the poorhouse.
Gillis, I overheard your conversation with my
Oh,
daughter.
I'm sorry, Mr. McCurdy. but
How
I couldn't
did you
help
do
You
it?
see, Maynard's my friend, and how'd I do it?
Yes, how did you talk back to her like that? I've been wanting to do that to her mother for years, but tell me, my boy, tell me.
You start off by saying no, and no. Try it. No.
I'm thinking it, but it's been so long I can't get it past my lips.
Yeah, well, what would you say if I asked for a loan?
No! Well, it works that way.
Yeah, be firmer now.
No!
No, negative.
Yeah, negative,
Now,
No.
try it again with more
No.
pain. Well, it took a lot of untangling to untangle this tangled web, but it worked out pretty well. Mr. McCurdy learned to say no to his daughter, and then he learned to say no to his wife, and now he's out at the stable trying to say no to a wild stallion. And I'm hoping he'll say yes to my father's loan. But the important thing is that I straightened everything out with my old buddy, Maynard G. Krebs.
Here he comes. Now watch this. I'm gonna have a little fun with him.
Hi, good buddy.
Maynard, it's only you.
Oh, Maynard, only you.
Maynard, it's just a joke. I get a kick out of him if I said, Maynard, it's only you.
It's only you.
Look, I was just kidding. Maynard.
Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dream one at all? No matter, she's hers and hers alone. 'Cause Dobie has to have a girl to call his own. Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, she's hers and hers alone. Dobie.
Look at me. 17 and a half years old, and my parents think I'm still an infant. Boy, wouldn't that bug you? I mean, here I am, treated like a baby when I've been shaving for a year already. Sometimes I even use a blade and a razor. The awful thing is, it's only human beings who refuse to admit it when their children grow up. Take any other animal. Take kangaroo parents. When their little beast can take care of himself, away he hops. But people parents, ha! They hang on to their little beast till they're past 20, clear into middle age. It's contrary to nature. I mean, you show me one kangaroo who's 17 and a half and still hacking around the pouch.
So where are you going to get another pouch with 6 meals a day and a loaded refrigerator built in?
I was only using the kangaroo as a figure of speech. Gee, Dad, you just don't understand.
That's one of the few pleasures remaining to me at my age in life. Now pipe down, will you? Let me find out what's going on in the world. That Dick Tracy. On Sunday, when he's in color, he always wears a green hat and a yellow overcoat.
All I'm trying to say is that coming home last night at 11:45, when I was supposed to be home at 10:30, is not the greatest crime since the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Say, give me some more of that, will you, Winnie? You know, you scramble a mean egg.
15 minutes late and you lock all the doors.
And bolt all the windows.
I almost got arrested trying to break into my own house. It was very embarrassing.
Poor boy.
Why not go whole hog and issue me a striped suit and a tin cup to bang on the bars with? There's no freedom in this house. I'm treated like a child.
Hey, you know that Daddy Warbucks? He had a haircut like that years before Yul Brynner.
I must be given more independence. The little bird learns to test its wings by being pushed from the nest. I ask for the same right.
If nobody pushes you, promise me one thing. You'll jump?
Herbert, that's no way to talk to Dobie. You know how sensitive he is. There, darling. Everything will be all right.
Stop that, Mom. Don't you see? You're treating me like a child, too. I don't want you to take care of things for me. I don't want you to protect me.
One more interruption, and you will need all the protection you can get.
I will reject it. I prefer to stand on my own 2 feet.
Well, while you are on your own 2 feet, how about putting a broom in your own 2 hands and doing a little work around here, just as a change of pace, huh?
No, what's the use? In China, they used to tie ropes around the little girl's feet so the feet wouldn't grow. You're doing the same thing to my mind, keeping it small, undeveloped, and puny.
So that's what happened to it, huh?
Herbert, it is your duty as a father to listen to the boy.
Why? I listened to him last year. All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
Thank you. I am not being allowed to grow up.
Big deal.
Herbert, Dobie is right. Parents are always trying to treat their children like infants because they themselves are trying to hang on to their own youth.
Hogwash.
It is not. It is a proven scientific fact. Proven by scientific scientists.
I'll bet you got that out of one of them lame-brained women's magazines.
They are excellent magazines.
To wrap fish heads in.
Listen, I need to test my wits and strength against the slings and arrows of the world in which I live.
Hogwash. Pure, grade A, hogwash.
Herbert, now go on, dear. Tell us, how can we help you solve your problem?
It's simple. Just let me move away from home.
Herbert, are you going to sit there and listen to that pure grade A hogwash?
Now, hold on.
But, Dobie, darling, you're only a baby.
I'm 17 and a half.
Well, an old baby, and they're the worst kind.
Mother, you're choking me with a silver cord.
Yeah, why don't you try whopping them with one of them scientific magazine articles?
Well, that article was about other people's children.
Look, there's no sense in getting your hackles up. The boy is not moving out. Now get that straight.
Lower your voice. The magazines say that it is dangerous to speak harshly to children.
You want him to stay, don't you?
Of course, don't you?
Well, right now it's 6 to 5, and take your pick.
What?
Yes, I want him to stay. Now you hear me good, mister.
Softer.
Little bird, you're not going to fly away from the nest. And do you want to know why?
I demand to know why.
Because you would starve to death before you got your tail feathers warmed up. That's why.
I would not.
Why, you'd be crawling back here in a week, unwashed, unshaved, a physical wreck.
You rang? Good morning, Mrs. Gillis. Mr. Gillis, how's every little old thing, friends?
Maynard, would you mind coming back a little later? We are in the middle of a little family discussion.
Yeah, at my house, too. Don't be like leave room and they like start slugging it out. Hey, Big Daddy, ain't you going to school today?
Oh, I almost forgot.
Yeah, I like to forget almost every day.
Dad, you're not being fair if you say I couldn't make good away from home. I mean, getting used to a new environment would be no problem to a basically self-sufficient person like me. I mean, it isn't as if I was a helpless type who couldn't do things for himself. Let's face it, anybody can be waited on, but it takes a real man to be honestly self-reliant. Apples?
Better for your sister, me.
Oh, I promise you, Dad, you wouldn't have a thing to worry about if I went out on my own. I'd handle my life calmly, thoughtfully, capably. Give me a chance, huh, Dad? Let me prove that I can make good without anybody's help.
I was wrong. You would not come crawling back in a week.
Naturally.
If you lasted over 20 minutes, they'd have to drag you back with a St. Bernard dog.
Oh, I know what it is. You're scared to let me go. You're scared I'll prove you're wrong about me.
That does it. I'm scared, huh?
Now, Herbert, calm down.
Me?
Sweetheart, please relax.
I'm scared.
Hey, Dobie don't look like Duck Eve Jones scared, but I think he's like mad.
Why don't you two boys just run off to school and forget about the whole thing?
Forget about the whole thing. Forget about it, and every time I make a move, Crusader Rabbit here will be hollering that I'm stymieing Puny in his mind.
Why, no, Dobie wouldn't do a thing like that, would you, dear?
Well,
Goodbye, boys. Goodbye.
Hold it. Listen, if I let you move out of the house, will you promise me that if you fall flat on your kisser, you'll never say anything about it again?
I swear to it in blood. I take a solemn
Never
oath.
mind that. Just a simple yes or no will be sufficient.
A simple yes.
Herbert, are you out of your mind sending this inexperienced child out into the hard, cold world?
I think it's the hard, cold world we ought to worry about.
It's heartless.
Listen, I know what I'm doing. Let him get it out of his system. Why, when I was a kid, one time I decided I wanted to go to sea. So I kept nudging my dad, let me go to sea, let me go to sea. So finally he took me down to a friend of his who worked on the Staten Island ferry, and they started me riding that crummy boat. Back and forth, all day long. And the next day, I must have crossed that harbor 600 times.
And it cured you?
Well, let's put it this way. I never bugged my old man about going to sea again, and to this day I get a funny feeling in my stomach if I get a good sniff of a bundle of wet wash.
Well, if it would really cure him.
Believe me, Winnie, it'll do the trick.
You really think so?
On my word, as a gentleman and a grocer, it's the only way.
My little man.
You mean I can go?
You're a good man, Mr. Gillis. You too, Mrs. Gillis.
My little boy.
Mom.
Son, be careful.
I'm like all misty.
Look, you've nagged yourself into getting this chance, but remember this. If I find out you're botching things up, I'm dragging you home, and you better never open your yap again.
Yes, sir. I promise. But if I make good?
Well, then I won't open my yap.
Man, like that I gotta see.
You're on your way out.
Like, bye.
Yeah, Mom?
Botch things up, please.
Gee, Mom and Dad, you've been like a mother and father to me.
Hi, Big Daddy.
Oh, hello, Maynard.
Hey, what you got there?
The classified ads.
Oh.
You know what classified ads are, don't you?
Sure. Ads.
That's right.
They're classified.
Right.
Dope?
Yeah?
What are classified ads?
Maynard.
Oh, I can read the words all right, but man, like I don't dig the arrangement. Young man, late model convert, radio, heater, WW tires, power throughout. Looking for young lady with gas credit card. Objective. Honeymoon in Las Vegas. Man, if it's a beat there, Daddy, it like lost me.
Maynard, that's a lonely heart's ad. A fella's trying to find a... Oh, never mind. That's not what I'm interested in anyhow. I'm trying to find a place to live.
Yeah, the pad ads. Hey, Dobe, when are you going over the wall?
As soon as I can find something I can afford. And it's very discouraging. They want at least $40 a month for anything worth moving into. All I've got is an advance on next month's allowance, $27.50.
$27.50? Man, I thought getting even $10 out of your father was like tougher than wringing blood out of a termite. Turnip. Yeah, turnip.
Yeah, the old brain did it, Maynard. I showed him how much money he was going to save when I moved out of the house, and Mom made him give me the difference. After he got through crying, he was very nice.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
The uppercut to the wallet gets him every time.
Yeah, take food. You see, I eat anywhere from
3 to 8 meals a day.
Plus snacks in between and extras on weekends, every day of the month.
Ooh, that's like $10 or $12 shot right there.
Yeah, and I won't be using the telephone. Look what that'll say.
A fistful.
Yeah, and electricity for my room and for the television.
Wow, that's a wad. At least $3.
Yeah, laundry and hot water for baths and shaving and like that, you see.
And there you left me.
It's a monumental piece of strategy. But I still don't have enough dough. I don't... Wait. Maynard, have you still got those hubcaps, the ones you bought with the money your grandmother sent you for Christmas?
Sure, I'm holding them to like buy a car that matches.
Maynard, how would you like to sell those hubcaps and win a free soaring independent soul?
Oh, crazy. Where do I go to get one?
No. How would you like to be my roommate?
Roommate?
We'll have a ball. Nobody to tell us when to go to bed, when to get up.
Real progressive.
Yeah, no orders, no childish regulations, no harping parents.
I'm getting the message.
Yeah, with the money you'll get for the hubcaps, plus my money, we can rent ourselves a real high-class bachelor apartment and have plenty left over to live on.
Pie in the skies,
Yeah,
Bill.
we'll be men, not boys. People, not puppets. Well, what do you say, Maynard?
Roommate.
Roommate.
Yeah, man.
What a time we'll have. No word. Hold it.
Hmm?
You sure you can do it?
Huh?
I mean, maybe your father won't let you move away from home. You saw the hassle I had with mine.
Oh, he'll let me go.
How do you know?
Well, I told him you was going to do it.
So?
So, like, who do you think sent me over here to find you?
Oh.
Even, like, slipped me $10 to, like, push things along.
Oh.
Roommate!
Come on.
$45 in advance.
Gee, when we looked at the apartment this morning, Mrs. Finch, you said 40.
$5 deposit on the stove.
Stove?
Who could steal a stove? It weighs like a ton.
The last tenant did. $45.
Let's see.
You may as well give me the other $750 while you're at it.
Other $750?
Deposit on the linens.
There aren't any linens in the apartment.
What? Why, that fella stole everything. So you give me the $750 and I'll order them for you.
But we brought our own.
You've got to use mine. It's the policy of the house.
But we don't need any more.
You can always give up the apartment, forfeit your deposit, and you're free. I ain't holding nobody which ain't happy here.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you. You're nice boys.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
If you need anything, don't hesitate to call me. I'm gone most of the day. I'm seldom here at night. The faucet in the sink leaks, but we're all out of washers. If you want to throw that away, there's a trash can out back.
Well, here we are.
Yeah, sure.
Nice place.
Very homey.
Yeah, homey. Yeah. Maynard, I'll take that closet.
Ooh, I'll take that big closet there and hang up my shirts and slacks.
Maynard, that's not a closet. It's a Murphy bed.
Yeah?
Yeah, push on it there.
You're wrong, Dope. There's no bed in there.
Yes, there is, Maynard. Look again.
If you say so.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate to argue with you, Dope, but there ain't no bed in there. It's just a big empty closet.
Yeah. Well...
Hey, maybe the last guy have something in the refrigerator, huh?
Oh, yeah, take a look. Find anything?
Guys?
That was nice.
Ooh. Hey, 10 ways to control fungus in the California redwood. Ooh. Hey, Dope. Somebody left a souvenir of the Garvey Hotel. Commercial rates. Sylmar, Utah. Hey, Dobe.
Yeah?
I kind of feel like sick.
Now, Maynard, snap out of it. We're here to have fun, to live it up. Can't take time out to be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maynard? Maynard? Maynard! What time is it?
I think Thursday.
No, I mean the hour.
Oh, it's probably like around 11. That top layer dish in the sink looks like dinner.
Well, that doesn't prove a thing. Yesterday we had lunch at midnight.
Yeah. Hey, go take a squint of it like scrounges for tomorrow's breakfast.
Oh? Well, what did you... this... An economy gallon tin of popcorn?
The cat in the store said it was filling. And, man, we gotta like watch them greenbacks. We're running to the shorts.
Maynard, we haven't even been here a week. How can we be running low on money? Maynard, do you have to do that?
Do what, good buddy?
All that squirming and snapping and wiggling.
Man, I gotta do it. I mean, how is the music gonna know that I care?
Okay, stop once in a while.
You mean kick it?
To be perfectly frank with you, Maynard, it's getting on my nerves.
You never said nothing before.
No, it was different before. I mean, when I got sick of you before, I could go home and get rid of you for a while.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That was before, but now when I go home to get rid of you, what happens? You're home, too.
Kind of spooky, huh? Yeah, I get the same feeling.
You do?
Yeah, I get pretty sick of you two sometimes. In fact, pretty often. Nothing personally, understand.
I understand.
It's like this, how all the time you're waving your hands around in the air when you talk.
Maynard, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, man, it's driving me wig.
Well, maybe so, but how about the way you snore?
Well, you grunt.
You keep rubbing the back of your neck.
You're always talking poetry and big words you don't even understand.
You're always using words that nobody understands.
Well, you always... You know something, Dobe?
What?
You like hate each other.
I know.
Nothing personal?
No, nothing personal. Maynard, what do you feel like doing the rest of the night?
I don't know. What do you feel like doing?
I don't know. We could hike over to the malt shop.
Well, we can't do that, man. It's like too late.
Well, who's to stop us?
Yeah, that's right.
Sure. Come on, let's go. We'll have a ball. Sure.
No, it's no fun unless somebody tries to stop us.
I know. Maynard, I wish I was home.
Who doesn't?
Well, we're not going to give up. We're holding out till the bitter end.
We are?
We are. Yeah.
Dobie, get out of the refrigerator.
It's me, dear. Dobie's the one with the crew cut. You miss him, don't you?
Miss who?
Dobie?
Dobie who?
Oh, sweetheart. Many's the time I watched you walk the floor with him when he was a baby and had the colic. You can't fool me. You miss him terribly.
What, miss him? I'm just fed up with him, that's all.
But why, dear? You gave him permission to move out.
Yeah, look how he's abusing that permission. He doesn't call, he doesn't write. We don't know whether he's dead or alive. Why, his own mother could be on her deathbed, dying, calling for him. Well, ain't it the truth?
Everything that you say is true, dear, except you're forgetting one little item.
What's that?
He's only been gone 3 days.
Well, it's the principle of the thing. After all, we brought him into the world. He owes us something.
Herbert.
Well, he could at least call.
Herbert?
A little simple courtesy is all I ask.
Herbert.
What?
Admit it. You miss him.
I miss him.
Well, if it's any comfort to you, darling, I can assure you that he's all right.
Oh, did you see him?
No, but I went over there yesterday and I talked to his landlady.
Well, what'd she say? What'd she say?
Well, they're fine. They're a little ill-housed, ill-clothed, and ill-fed, but they're fine.
Well, that's a relief. The landlady wasn't there when I was over there.
Why, you see.
The only way I could check on them was by inspecting their rubbish.
Herbert, you didn't.
Oh, you can learn a lot about people from inspecting their rubbish. Did you know that it is possible for 2 male human beings to live on ice cream, lemon meringue pie, chocolate syrup, and popcorn? There wasn't a single soap wrapper in the entire trash can.
We know that they're alive, eating, and unwashed.
Yeah, but for how long? You know, I ought to go over there and drag those 2 idiots back.
No, Herbert, you can't humiliate Dobie by making him come home before he's had a chance to really prove himself.
Well, it's a matter of humiliation or malnutrition. Oh, I'll give them a couple more days, and then they'll come crawling back here.
But Dobie has a right to make his own mistakes.
Yeah, but he makes such big ones. Oh, I gotta kill that poor boy.
Dobie? Maynard?
Ways to control fungus in the California redwood? Well.
Where you been?
Out?
I know where you've been. You've been over to see Dobie.
Oh, you think I've been to see Dobie, eh?
Come on now, admit it. You went to see Dobie.
All right, I admit it. I went to see Dobie.
No, you didn't. You've been downtown spending a lot of money. That's where you've been.
Oh, I have?
You sure have.
Well, I fight you, Herbert. You are too shrewd.
You're darn right. You got to get up mighty early in the morning to put anything over on Herbert T. Gillis. Oh, come on now, Winnie. Where have you really been?
Hey, Doe, why didn't we grab these vittles at your father's store instead of tracking halfway across town?
Are you kidding? I'd die if he ever found out we're living on beans and day-old bread. Besides, his prices are too high.
Well, I'm like ready to throw in the towel and fly back to the home pad. What do you say?
No, we've got to hold out.
Home-cooked meals.
Somebody to nag us.
Home-cooked meals.
Clean sheets.
Home-cooked meals. Any meals.
No. No, stop the siren song. If we admit defeat now, I'll never be able to look my father in the eye again.
Like, why would you want to?
Maynard, it's a matter of pride. A man has to...
Hey, Dobie! I've been looking all over for you.
Oh, hi, Dad.
Like, hi.
What are you doing here?
Well, I just happened to be in the neighborhood making a few deliveries and thought I'd drop in for a friendly little visit.
Oh, well, thanks, Dad. It's been nice seeing you.
Yeah, frantic.
Well, aren't you going to invite me in?
In?
You?
In?
What's the matter, afraid?
Afraid? Whatever for?
You know whatever for, because if I go in there and find what I know I am going to find, your little trip up the river of broken dreams is over, and you are coming home.
Dobe, your father's all heart.
There's nothing unusual in there, Dad.
Nothing unusual, huh?
No.
I have never been in that apartment, but I can make a pretty good guess on what I will find. Dishes piled up to there, dirty clothes and shirts tossed all over the floor, dirty socks in every corner, empty cartons and tin cans piled halfway to the ceiling. Well?
So what's unusual about that?
Stop stalling. I'm going in. Amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. Like what?
Shirts, clothes, clean, neat, hanging up.
Naturally. What do you think, we're like sloppy or something? We throw all the dirty stuff in the laundry bag.
Yeah, but who cleans it?
It's like home. You throw it in dirty, it comes out clean.
Yeah.
It's full of food.
It is? Oh, it is. Yeah.
Sure, who gets an icebox without food?
Yeah.
Son?
Now, Dad, look.
I owe you an apology.
What?
You said you'd make good on your own, and you did.
Oh, Dad, it was nothing.
You've proven your point. You're a man. You come home now, and we'll treat you like one.
Well...
Son, your mother misses you.
I don't know. We're getting kind of used to it here.
You can have all the freedom you want.
I don't know, Dad. Here I'm my own boss.
You can be your own boss at home. Honest, I give you my word.
Well...
Look, you're an adult now. Come on home, and we'll treat you like an adult. I promise you.
Well, okay, I guess so.
Yeah, I'm getting like all misty again. Dobie's home.
You know you're glad. And the best part is he came home a hero. No humiliation, no disgrace.
Due to his solid upbringing.
And his fine character.
And his initiative.
And his hard work.
And his mother. You left your glasses on top of 10 ways to control fungus in the California redwoods.
Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. 'Cause Dobie has to have a girl to call his own. Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. Dobie. Dobie.
My name's Dobie Gillis. I'll tell you what I love. A girl named Thalia Menninger. I'll tell you what Thalia Menninger loves. Money. Here, I'll show you.
Hi, Dobie.
Thalia, my love, my sweet, my affinity.
I'm busy, Dobie. What'd you ask me here for?
Thalia, my darling. You know I love you more than life itself. I worship the ground you walk on.
Dobie, are you getting ready to ask me to go to the picnic at Cedar Lake Saturday?
Yeah.
Can you get your father's car?
Well, I don't know for
Harley
sure.
Milcloss has asked me.
Harley Milcloss? Well, he's only 15 and a half years old.
Yes, and his father's car is only 1.5 years old.
Okay, I'll get my father to let me have the car.
And I presume
promise.
that I can take any of my friends I may care to invite?
Well, I was hoping you and we could just... Okay, I know. Harley Milcloss. All right. Any of your friends you want to invite.
Good. Here they are.
You got a list? Miriam Buckhantz, Hazel Cederman, Dotsy, Lovey Coleman, Hilda Beasley. 16 friends?
16?
Well, what's this 25 you've got written after each name?
25 cents. That's what I'm charging them for transportation to the picnic.
Your friends?
Dobie, you're a doll socially, but you'll never make a merchant prince. $4.10. Bye.
That's my Thalia. So fair, so sweet, so greedy. Of course, when I ask my father for the car, he'll give it to me. Oh, will he give it to me?
No. On Saturday, you'll be right here in the store because your mother's dragging me away to a family reunion. And if I'm going to be miserable, you're going to be miserable. But that still doesn't make us even because I'll be doubly miserable. Me there and knowing that you're here. Leaving you in charge of this store may prove to be one of the major errors in the history of retailing. But here you'll stay. Saturday. All day.
That's what my life is like. Disaster piled on calamity. Misfortune heaped on catastrophe. How am I going to tell Thalia I can't take her to the picnic? I've asked her to meet me here this afternoon, and I don't look forward to it.
Now what?
Failure, my love, my understanding heart.
You can't go to the picnic. Well, there goes $4.10.
Failure, my love. Somehow I hoped you'd understand.
Listen, even if you can't go, you could let me have your father's car.
Failure, you can't even drive.
Hey, I'll give you half my take, $2.05.
You know I can't. Look, don't make me refuse you anything more. I'm crushed already. Folks are going out of town, and I have to take care of the store. The store! Bitter ashes! After the day I had planned for us.
Oh, I know. You and me beneath the bough, and a lot of sandwiches, and a jug of cream soda, and wow.
Yeah.
You can't go because you have to take care of the store. All by yourself? Oh, well, I think that's wonderful of you, Dobie, doing that for your parents.
Really?
Just wonderful.
Somehow I knew you'd understand.
And I don't mind giving up the picnic at all.
I knew it, Thalia Manager. There's not a selfish bone in your body.
Imperial Wholesale Grocery? I want to place an order for Gillis's Grocery. Now, how much bread am I going to need for 400 sandwiches? Okay, that, and enough sliced cheese and baked ham, and whatever is the right amount of mustard and mayonnaise.
And furthermore, if just one little thing goes wrong, what am I saying? If.
Now, Herbert, stop that. Have you got the tickets?
Oh, I got the tickets. It's my mind I haven't got. That's it. I've lost my mind. I'm a kook. The next thing you know, I'll be talking to that Maynard and understanding of it.
Don't mind him, Dobie. You just be a good boy and take good care of the store and make him proud of you.
Oh, I will, Mom. Bye. Have a good time.
Goodbye.
You see? I told you when it came time to saying goodbye to Dobie, you'd show how you really feel.
Dobie, I'm saying goodbye to the store.
Like, hi, Mr. Gillis.
Like...
Hey, rise and swing, man. The AM's a gasser. Come on, Dobe, we're late for school.
Late? Maynard, this is Saturday.
How about that?
Why so surprised? Happens to you every week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thalia!
Hi.
Thalia, is it really you, my love? Well, what are you doing here, dear heart?
Well, I've come to help, of course.
My darling, I said it yesterday and I'll say it again.
Sign
There's
here,
not a
please.
selfish bone in your body.
The man wants you to sign.
Yeah. The world has said you're cold, hard, grasping, Thalia Manager, but the world doesn't know you as I do. Thalia?
Candy with mustard and mayonnaise?
Hey, what's the matter? You against breakfast?
I am from now on. Oh, good. It's all here.
Well, what's all here? What's all this stuff? Dad doesn't sell that much bread in a week. And all that ham and cheese. Gee, I can't figure why he ordered it.
He didn't.
Huh?
I ordered it.
Oh. What do you mean you ordered it?
Now, listen, Dobie, you want to do a good job in the store, don't you?
Thalia,
Well, why
how could
weren't you smart enough to see that the picnic is today and that you can sell 400 sandwiches and we can make $50?
400 sandwiches? $46? You ordered $46 worth of stuff on my father's bill and I signed for it? He'll skin me alive.
Oh, Dobie, just think how proud he'll be when you sell 400 sandwiches.
Well, what if we don't sell 400 sandwiches?
Well, if we only sell 300, at a quarter apiece, that's practically $50 profit. And I'm taking you in as an equal partner. How else can you get rid of the food?
Well, I could send it back.
Well, look at it this way, then. If you do send it back, I'll never speak to you again. Exactly. Now, we've got 400 sandwiches to make and $50.
Yeah, boy, it's 50 bucks
right.
profit. Yeah, come on, let's get started.
One more batch and we'll have 400.
Hey, man, do something about that cat. He's got a lousy beat.
Yeah, just one moment, sir.
One moment, nothing. I'm in a hurry. A box of ginger snaps and a large can of sardines.
Yes. Ginger snaps and sardines. Oh, cool.
My wife likes them, and she likes the kind of sardines in mustard sauce.
Yeah, 97 cents, sir. Oh, thank you.
Never mind, I'll put them right in here.
Oh, okay.
Come on, we're almost finished.
Man, did you dig that wild outfit that cat was wearing?
Yeah, I haven't seen a slicker like that since... Slicker.
Slicker! Man, it's gonna be a swinging, sloppy, splashy picnic.
You dope, there isn't gonna be any picnic.
Yeah, that's what he'll do. Skin me alive.
Oh, now, isn't this wonderful? You can get yourself a nice 2-day rest.
Rest? I could get more rest in a malted milk mixer. And those relatives of yours, it's like being trapped in a violent ward.
Sure, but they'll hear you.
Family reunion, just what I need. Just like I need a wart on the end of my nose. Hey, sis! Put her down. If you break something on her, I gotta pay.
What do you know, laughing boy. Laughing boy.
I think I better get these things unpacked.
Well, you
before the
can't do
wrinkles
it, sis.
set in.
This is the boys' dorm. All the women folk are bunking upstairs.
Hey, what do you mean?
Quiet, in-law. Hey, he's getting to be a regular tiger. You know, I think I'm beginning to see what there was you saw in him.
What do you mean the women folk are bunking?
Well, there ain't enough bedrooms to go around if we play cozy couples. So the women are bunking upstairs and Herb and I are in here. And no tippy-toeing in the hallway.
Me and you?
And Ed and Louie and Joe and... Oh, hey, the champ. You haven't met him yet. Well, here he is. 1980 All-American and then heavyweight champion of the world. Give your Aunt Winnie a kiss. Okay, champ, run along.
What's his name?
Well, Wilford Jr., what else? What a kid. Just a chip off the old block. And how's yours?
Dobie? Oh, Dobie's wonderful. So tall and handsome and...
Herbert, I don't mind telling you that we all understand why you couldn't come to these reunions in previous years. Understand and are sympathetic.
Are you talking about Dobie?
Oh, what the dickens, Herb? It's all in the family.
Are you talking about Dobie?
The one with the 2 left feet. 2 left feet. 3 left feet. Who'd you leave him with? Got a good keeper?
I'll have you know I didn't leave him with anybody. I left him with the store. That boy is sharp as a tack. And what a worker. Why, he'll take better care of that store than I would.
Well, maybe so. But that doesn't prove he isn't an idiot.
Him calling Dobie an idiot.
Well, you're always calling him an idiot.
Well, he is an idiot. But by George, he's my idiot. He's in my store. In my store. Where's the phone? Long distance? Give me Springfield, 4682.
Checking on the idiot, huh?
Checking? Listen, I got a wonderful son there, and I love him. I just can't let a day go by without hearing his voice.
Hello?
Oh, hello, Dobie.
My son?
Dad?
Yes, Dobie, it's your dad. I just called to see how you are.
Oh, I'm fine, Dad.
Yes? My son, how's everything going?
Well, all right. Sorta.
Sort of. Yeah, going sort of good, huh?
Well, not exactly, Dad. You see, we made 400 sandwiches. Ham and cheese sandwiches. $46 worth that we got from the wholesalers. On your bill.
Yes, Dobie, my son. I'm fine. Business is very good, huh?
Oh, no, Dad. It's pouring rain here, and hardly anybody's been in. And the picnic's called off because of the rain. You follow me, Dad?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Uh-huh. Well, that's why we're stuck with 400 sandwiches.
Stuck with... That's right, son. Stick to it. Yes, sir. It's nice to hear you're taking care of the store so wonderfully. Yeah, just what I expected. Goodbye, my son. Well, guess you've got to get unpacked yet, huh? You know, it's very comfortable here. Think I'll just sit here and take it easy for a while.
Oh, no, you don't. They're all down in the meadow getting ready to start the games.
Game?
Certainly. Softball, three-legged race, potato sack race.
Hey, who's she talking to on the phone?
Mr. Pomfret. He was in charge of the picnic. He's an English teacher at school. I'm in his class. Maynard, you're in the same class.
Oh, we are saved! I talked to Mr. Pomfret about having the picnic tomorrow if it stops raining, and he agreed.
Thalia, you're a genius.
Yes. Now, we'll have to keep these sandwiches fresh till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get some cloths that we can sew.
Uh-huh.
Now, no. Oh, we'll put them in the freezer. That'll keep them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'll get it. Gillis Grocery.
Dobie?
Checking up again, huh?
Just love the sound of the boy's voice.
Yeah, well, come on, you back
Hi,
next.
Dobie. I'm glad to hear that everything's...
Yeah, everything's fine. It just stops raining. Thalia, isn't it wonderful? My skin is saved.
Yes, and my bank account is saved, too.
Maynard?
Hey, man, this lower makes a crazy pad.
Maynard, the sun's shining. The picnic's on.
Yes, let's get the sandwiches ready.
Yeah. Here. Thalia. Yeah.
Dobie?
Huh? What's the matter?
Dobie!
Well, I wanted to be sure they stay good and fresh. I turned the freezer on full.
Man, that sandwich is a gas. Cool. Hey, I got me like another flinging idea. Suppose we break them up, put them in boxes, and sell them like Cracker Jacks.
Oh, Maynard, you ought to be institutionalized. You really should.
Yeah.
Oh, what are we going to do? It's almost 10 o'clock. They'll never thaw out.
Oh, maybe we can, like, heat them.
Another batch from off the stove, but we can... What are you doing, Maynard?
Man, it says rayon, silk, and cotton, but not sandwiches.
Go watch that carton you put in the oven. Well, we can give them their choice. Frozen, toasted, or burned.
Yeah, I figure I better not leave the next batch in the oven quite so long.
I figure we've got about 300 good ones we can sell. That's $150 if we can get them there on time.
Well, we're practically finished.
closed. Sunday. We're closed on Sundays.
I asked you for ginger snaps and sardines with mustard. You gave me chocolate chip cookies and sardines without mustard.
Oh, yeah. So sorry about that, sir. Yeah. Here you are, sir. All paid for. Thank you very much, and I'm terribly sorry. Gee, I hope he doesn't tell Dad. He was really teed off.
What can you expect from a character who wears a slicker on a day like this?
Yeah? That's what he'll do. Skin me. Sure. Alive.
Long distance. I want Springfield. 4682.
Hello? Dad.
I couldn't talk yesterday, but I can now. And I want you to tell me what happened at the store.
Well, Dad, the only thing we did make 400 sandwiches.
400 sandwiches? And I did hear you right yesterday. And talk plainer. I can't understand you because of all that hammering. Hammering. Carpenters. I know it. Carpenters are there. What are they fixing, Dobie? What did you break? How bad is it?
Stop that, Maynard.
Oh, don't put me down, man. I'm in orbit. I'm giving that lick Brubeck gave Back Bay Blues out at Cedar Lake Pavilion last year.
I said Cedar Lake Pavilion.
I don't care about Cedar Lake Pavilion. What's that hammering? What did you break? How bad is it?
Oh, nothing, Dad, nothing. Everything's wonderful here. Just wonderful. Bye, Dad.
Dobie! 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 I gotta kill that boy. I just gotta.
Hey, Dobie, what?
Maybe I can talk him into letting us have the picnic indoors in Cedar Lake Pavilion.
The pavilion is closed Sunday.
Cedar Lake Pavilion, we're closed today.
I know, but listen, you got to listen to me. I represent 200 unfortunate, underprivileged high school students, and we were going to have a picnic out there today in the picnic grounds. It's raining, and we were wondering if we could have the picnic inside your pavilion.
Did you say 200 students?
Yes, sir. I know you're closed, but, sir, couldn't you find it in your heart to open up the pavilion?
Sure, I'll be glad to open up for 200 people.
Oh, thank you, sir. You're a real human being.
Well, what'd he say? What'd he say?
I talked him into it.
Oh, my merchant
My
prince.
skin is saved. Joe, call Mr. Pomfret. Tell him we can have the picnic inside the pavilion. Come on, Maynard. Let's start loading this stuff in the car.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Mr. Stalker. Are you the first of our rained-out picnickers?
Yes, sirree, and the rest are on their way. I can't tell you how thankful I am. You have distinctly saved the lives of a couple hundred kids, and the lives of two in particular.
Here,
I mean,
I'll put
it's
this
just
somewhere,
so
please.
wonderful the way you've done this on Sunday and everything, and it's rainy.
Hold
it's
us, Dad.
powerful.
Well, what's all this?
Oh, these are the sandwiches we're going to sell.
Sandwiches? Did you say sandwiches that you're going to sell? Well, wait a minute.
Right back.
Hey, don't swing at the goodies, Daddy-o.
Stop! Why do you think I said I would open up? So that you can sell sandwiches? No, I sell food here. That's the only way I have of making a living.
But, sir...
No but, sir. Now get these sandwiches off of my property or your 200 students can have their picnic out there in the rain.
Yes, sir. That's what Dad's gonna do to me. Alive. But I
about my father. When he got back and saw the sandwiches, he didn't say a word. Not for a while, anyway. Then he said quite a few words. None of which would bear repeating. The gist of it was that I'm going to make up for the $46 out of my lunch money. I don't get any lunch money. Just one of the sandwiches every day until they're gone. I figured it out. I'm going to have ham and cheese sandwiches for lunch for the next 4.5 years. Already I'm getting awful sick of ham and cheese. Hey, Maynard, want to trade for one of the ham and cheeses?
Crazy, Dad. Oh, you ruined it, man. Why'd you thaw it out?
Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dream or at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. 'Cause Dobie has to have a girl to call his own. Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. Dobie.
I once had a very unusual experience with money. I had some. But mostly it's been my sad fate to look on the fine art of spending at strictly a spectator sport. Oh, well, they say that money can't buy happiness. I mean, look at Chatsworth Osborne, Jr. He's a fella I go to school with, and he's rich. He's also miserable. In fact, he's the most miserable rich kid you ever saw. Imagine, he lives in a big house on a hill with 26 rooms and 6 baths.
28 rooms and 8 baths. And a brace of dollar-shaped swimming pools. But you're right in one respect, I am miserable.
Oh, I don't see why you're all shook up, Chatsworth.
Yeah, man, you're so rich you can afford to be, like, miserable.
Yeah.
Chaps, you don't understand. What I crave is acceptance, recognition. I want to be one of the... Promise you won't tell Moms I used the word. Ma.
Ma.
For all your crudity and lack of polish, you and this tattered ragamuffin Maynard are accepted members of the group, while I, wealthy, cultured, and desirable, am an outsider, alone and unwanted. Why?
The answer is, like, very simple.
Yes, what?
I didn't say I knew it. I just said it was, like, very simple.
Right. Now look, Chatsworth, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but the reason you're unpopular is because you're always looking down your nose at everybody.
Of course. How else can you look at them?
See, that's the trouble, Chatsworth. You're not one of us. You don't hack around and rub elbows with the other fellas.
How unsanitary. However, I'll chance it. By gad, I shall palaver with the hoi polloi no matter what the cost of my feelings.
Hold it, Daddy-o. Who said we want to hoi polloi with you?
Yeah, that's right, Chatsworth. We've got feelings too, you know.
Oh, I suppose so. But how sensitive can you be, coming from sturdy peasant stock as you do? However, I do so want to join your boyish revels and frolics, and you must let me.
No, you're not our type, Chatsworth.
You're like odd.
But you must. I'm so good at games. I'll buy polo outfits for everyone.
Now, look, Chatsworth, that's not going to solve your problem. You can't buy friendship. The best things in life are free. To win a friend, be one.
Starve a cold, feed a fever. Just hold up my end of the conversation.
Oh, my son rats. I did so want to play.
Impossible, Chatsworth, unless you can show us that you're an ordinary, earthy guy.
That's how I got in. I was like earthier than anybody.
The price I paid for my heritage.
Poor, lonely, loaded Chatsworth.
Yeah. Ain't you glad we're like poor?
In a word, no. Does that answer your question?
Hello, Chappie. Have you seen my cousin?
No, but if she's anything like you, I wish I had.
It's a he, and don't be so gauche.
Gauche?
That's French for clumsy, ill-mannered, uncouth.
You rang?
Oh, this is my friend Maynard G. Krabs, and I'm Dobie Gillis.
Enchanté.
Hi, Enchanté.
Now, enchanté is French for enchanted.
You like an immigrant or something?
Maynard, would you know who this is?
No, man, clue me.
You'll have to forgive my friend. He's a little gauche.
Ce n'est pas rien. After all, I have been away for 3 years at a terribly chic and exclusive girls' school in the East.
Yes. Maynard, this is Sabrina Armitage.
Like, wow. You made it from a 300-acre estate with a big white house and surrounded by the 16-foot brick
With
wall.
broken glass embedded in the top.
The place.
Like, enchanté.
Ah, you speak French.
Yeah, I took it in school last year.
Didn't you just adore it?
Yeah, I flunked. I was just, the passing grade was 70, and I got a 43, and the teacher wouldn't give me the benefit of the doubt.
Maynard.
I mean, a measly 9-point difference, and he flunks.
Maynard! You also flunked math. Now, Miss Armitage, about this cousin you're looking for, who is he?
Chatsworth Osborne, Jr.
Tough.
Those are the breaks, girl.
Well, you've got to take the bitter with the sweet. Still, as Mum says, blood's thicker than water, so I've got to invite Chatsworth to my soiree.
French?
It means party.
A French party?
Tomorrow night. You'll come too, of course.
Me?
Well, I know you're riffraff.
Hoi polloi, I think.
All right, hoi
Yeah.
polloi. But the point is, I don't know anybody to ask. We're so rich, we never mingle.
C'est la vie.
Enchanté.
You'll come, of
If
course.
you'll save me the last dance.
Oh, very well. Maynard, you'll come too.
Oh, he'll
Oh,
be
no.
glad to. What?
Dobie, no, I can't dance. Besides, music's for listening, not dancing.
Nonsense. Anybody can dance.
Not me. I do lots of things bad, but dancing's the thing I do bad best.
You'll be there.
These dance, they'll be like girls.
Well, that seems to be the custom.
You gotta save me, good buddy. I mean, when I meet a chick face to face, I get cold feet clear up to my skull.
Maynard, you'll have to get used to girls sooner or later.
How's about later, when I'm like too old to care?
Maynard, girls aren't gonna hurt you.
Oh, no? They let you spend money on them? They grab all the seats in the bus, and they giggle about you in the girls' locker room. Oh, no. I'm steering clear of foreign entanglements.
Sabrina, chick, I've been burrowing through all the record stores, and there's Square, girl. Just Square. Strictly Nowheresville.
Nowheresville?
Like way out in Stick City, man. Way out.
Ooh, I hear my people calling.
You an Indio?
The innest girl.
Who you take on the horn?
Dizzy Gillespie. Who else?
Like cool.
Like who?
On the 88s?
Thelonious Monk, Natch.
Like cool.
Like who?
Like high.
Like high.
Like that's the strangest mating call I ever heard.
Who's West? She's my roommate at the chic and exclusive girls' school we attend in the East.
Oh.
Venice is known, rather quaintly, as the campus bohemian. I have a problem. Quel dommage.
What kind of a quel dommage?
How droll you are.
Oh, yeah. You should see me with a lampshade on my head.
It's a terrible dommage that Venice won't have an escort at the party.
Oh, that
I mean, now that Maynard won't be there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Which Maynard won't be there? This Maynard will be there. Maynard me at the party.
Hey, Picasso, you said you couldn't dance.
What's the dance? You like Ziegler? You like Ziegler? You like Mamba? You like Mamba? You like Mamba? You like Mamba? You like Tango? You like Golden?
Fred Astaire, you're not.
Oh, I'd like to.
Oh, goodness, we must partay. Fidelio is waiting. Now, be at my house by 9. Come, Venice.
Wild horses couldn't keep me away, Dream Princess.
Dig you on the second chorus.
Yeah, hot jam says you couldn't shake me loose, cool chick.
It'll be a rather formal party, so naturally we're dressing.
Naturally, there's like laws in this town.
Adios, mes chers.
Oi, polloi!
Naturally, we're dressing. What does she think we are? Ghosts?
No, she just meant we're supposed to wear our best clothes. You know, jackets, ties, shoe shine, the works.
Do we have to?
We have to.
Man, I told you getting mixed up with chicks was like dangerous.
Maynard, is there a law that makes it illegal for you to put on a coat and tie?
You know it, man. It's the law of protest. I'm protesting. Cats all over the world are protesting. My whole social group is like protesting.
And that's why you dress like that?
Like right. I'm an angry young man.
Maynard, I've asked you 100 times. What is it that you angry young men are angry about? You don't know yet, huh? And that's what you're angry about. Yeah.
Hello, Mums.
Oh, hello, child. Well, did you invite Chatsworth Osborne?
Yes, I finally found him.
And I suppose he accepted.
Afraid so.
Bad luck.
Well, Mums, blood's thicker than water.
Not Chatsworth.
Well,
Did you find some other boys?
in a manner of speaking, yes.
I trust they'll be properly dressed.
Well, I told the mother, and one can only hope. One can only hope. Herbert, you're up to something.
What up to something? I'm just using an old business technique. It's called the social butterfly approach. Why, I've been trying to get Mrs. Armitage's business for years and couldn't get past the third butler. But if Mrs. Armitage should take a liking to my son, and my son should remember all of the wonderful things his dear old daddy has done for him and put in a good word with Mrs. Armitage, why, we too might be taking trips all over the world, even farther.
Well, I'll be glad to do what I can, Dad, but I must not endanger my social position.
Oh, perish the thought. Do not endanger your social position. Just be your own sweet, charming, lovable self. Yeah. And be sure Mrs. Armitage notices how sweet, charming and lovable you are.
I'll try.
Oh, no man can ask for more.
Herbert, I don't completely admire your motives, but I'm glad to see that at least you don't disapprove of Dobie's social activities.
Disapprove? Why should I disapprove of our son mingling with high-grade people and going into their beautiful swank home? You're not going to trip over or break anything when you get there, are you? We don't want Mrs. Armitage to think us Gillises are a bunch of clumsy oafs, you know.
No, don't worry, Dad. I'll be very careful.
Oh, that's a good boy. Look at it this way, Winnie. If he gets mixing around with the lifted pinky set, why, the social and business contacts he makes, are you sure you're going to know how to act when you get there? No picking up the wrong cup and knife and stuff like that there, you know, and disgracing the name of Gillis.
So I'll be fine, Dad. Don't worry.
That's okay. Let's face it, Winnie. If Dobie gets running around with those people, why, things like this don't come along every day of the week. And he could grab, remember how you tripped over that lamp yesterday?
That was an accident.
Accident, my foot. You just don't watch where you're going. Oh, I can see it now. He goes charging into the Armitage living room, clobbering her hoity-toity lamps.
Herbert!
Well, I'm worried.
Dad.
If he gets over there and starts breaking stuff on Mrs. Armitage, why, she'll run for cover every time she hears the name Gillis.
Now, Dad,
and as
that's
for breaking dishes, boy, you are a Jim Dandy. You've been mangling ours for years, but so what does that matter? They cost us $4 or $5 a dozen. But you get over there and start subdividing Mrs. Armitage imported plates that she's imported from some important country. Oh, a pulverized fortune.
Now, look, Dad.
It'll ruin me.
Herbert!
I forbid you to go to Mrs. Armitage's party.
Herbert, you are being completely unreasonable.
I am not. I turn this kid loose on my customers and I'll wind up broke, a bum, a mess.
You rang?
Oh, another planet heard from.
Oh, hi, Maynard.
Why, Maynard, you look wonderful.
Yeah, you're beautiful, Maynard.
Oh, cut it out.
It's true.
Oh, underneath is the same old me. This jacket's what stones you.
Yeah, it's got a nice shine.
I like borrowed it from my father.
Oh?
I don't think he wears it much. I found a hooky button in the pocket.
Well, it's perfect. The girls at the party are going to fall all over you.
Well, that's better than falling all over the furniture. When I think of Mrs. Armitage's delicate
Herbert,
antiques and what's
Dobie is going to Sabrina Armitage's party, and I don't want to hear another word about it.
All right, all right. I wonder if my insurance covers delicate antique furniture.
Outdoor swimming pool and an indoor swimming pool.
Man.
And an outdoor dance floor and an indoor dance floor.
Like, wow.
And a complete 9-hole golf course.
Indoor?
Outdoor, Maynard.
Yes?
We're here for the party.
Well, the entertainers are using the service entrance.
No. Dobie Gillis and Maynard Krebs.
Gillis and Krebs?
Like right.
Yeah.
Oh, the acrobatic team. Jugglers? Sorry, dance? Well, then what are you?
We're guests.
Comedians!
Look, we're not kidding. Miss Sabrina Armitage invited us. We're guests.
In those costumes? Oh, come now.
This jacket was good enough for Wilkie.
Yeah, it was good. Maynard. Sir, will you please tell Miss Armitage we're here?
Young gentlemen. And I use the term solely out of respect for the uniform I wear. I can't admit you unless you're properly attired.
Ooh, if I knew what those words meant, I'd probably be mad.
I think he's trying to tell us we're wearing the wrong clothes.
Congratulations, sir. You've just broken the sound barrier.
Yeah, but the chick said we're dressing.
Of course, black tie.
Black tie?
Black tie. Here they are, madam.
Thank you, Tremblay. Well, girls, we're having a good time.
Par excellence, Mother.
Everything's like two square. But you did give in to convention, didn't you, dear?
Not completely.
Why do they keep her in that exclusive girls' school you attend?
They have to. Her father donated the library, the yacht basin, and the coffee house.
Oh, nasty trick. Clever, but nasty.
Hi, sir.
Remember us?
Unhappily, yes.
Well, here we are.
Like ready to roll.
Well, roll!
But we did what you said. Black tie.
Yeah, we ran home and got them like you said.
And to think I once had a chance to go into aluminum siding.
We goofed again.
You goofed again.
But I gotta get in there to see Sabrina. I've got to.
Likewise, I got to, too. Ooh, that Venice chick.
Yeah.
My sympathy for the underdog is rising to plague me once more. In your circles, my young dolts, black tie means, oh, it's such a bourgeois expression, tuxedo.
Tuxedo. Where were we going to get tuxedos at that time of the night? All the stores were closed. And even if they were open, it wouldn't have done us any good. Between us, we had maybe enough money to buy maybe one dickie. No. What we needed was somebody who'd lend us tuxedos. A real friend. Well, not exactly a friend. I think the word is pigeon.
Hey, what are you guys up for? We gotta talk to you. Hey, Chaps, what are you made up for?
Chatsworth, you're looking down your nose at people again.
Yeah, so I am, but what difference does it make? You've already refused to take me into your little coterie, and I did so want to belong.
Chatsworth, maybe there's still a chance for you to prove you're a down-to-earth fellow.
Oh? Well, pray tell me how?
That tuxedo.
Yeah, I need it. Now,
It'll prove you like earthy.
Look, Chatsworth, you've been to 100 of these formal parties. Missing one more won't bother you. But to me, it's a matter of life or death. Maybe both.
Oh, I'd love to do it, Dobie. Really, I would, but I must make some sort of appearance at the festivities, and after all, blood is thicker than water.
Wait, we'll take turns wearing it.
It's too utterly impossible, Gillis, baby.
Why is it impossible? We'll trade off at, say, a half-hour intervals.
Maybe you guys aren't batting with the sticky wicket?
No, whatever that means.
I'm aboard in hoi polloi bus-cats. Fun, yaks, frolics. We'll teach you the secret grip and everything.
Yeah.
I'd so love to join your games and sports.
I'll do it. Come on, Chatsworth. Now, look, every 30 minutes we'll meet right here and exchange clothes. Just the two of us. Right?
Wrong.
Wrong?
Right. It's like the three of us.
Now, wait a minute, Maynard. You
No,
can't
I gotta get in
stick
that
me
party,
apart.
too. Ooh, that Venice West.
Maynard, I'll treat you to a week of marshmallow sundaes.
Nope, it's gonna be like the three of us.
Maynard, I'll do your homework for the next... Okay, like the three of us. Good evening. I'm Dobie Gillis.
How do you do, sir? I'm trembling.
Don't worry. A good night's sleep will fix you up. Miss Armitage.
We'll have none of that, I know your names, and don't you think for 1 minute I'm going to forget them either. Did you see that?
Well, Mums, there's nothing else to do. We've run out of punch.
Impossible. 12 cases of ginger ale, 12 cases of grape juice. Gone.
Fini.
Where do those nasty children put it?
Mums, you must get some more punch.
At this hour of the night, where?
Oh, that's right.
Mr. Gillis.
Ah, bonsoir, mio caro.
Arrivederci. And you too, ma'am.
Mother, you remember Dobie Gillis?
Oh, yes, of course I do. Your father is a druggist.
Grocer.
A grocer. Oh, heaven sent.
Well, I wouldn't say heaven sent exactly. He's just a simple man, an ordinary, decent man, a veteran.
Dobie?
Dobie, ma'am, with a B.
Yes, would your father consider delivering at this hour of the night?
Well, ordinarily, no. But for you, yes, ma'am.
Splendid!
Mention my name.
Trembly! Yes, madam. Yes, madam. You've got to go in and order for Mr. Gillis a case of ginger ale and some cases of grape juice.
Boy, Dad's gonna love me for this.
Well, my merchant prince, shall we go in and dance?
What's the matter with right here? It's, more private-like.
It's also more chilly-like.
Now, when I'm with you, my great tawny animal.
Isn't Dobie's time up yet?
5 minutes ago.
I think it's downright unsporting.
Give him another...
He doesn't hear me or won't more likely. You know, Maynard, if this is the way the lower classes comport themselves...
Oh, cool it, Dad.
Let me try.
Psst. Hey, Dobe. Psst. Hey, Dobe. Psst. Hey, Dobe.
What's wrong?
Nothing. How would you like a nice cold glass of punch?
We're out of punch.
Water, then. Nice cold water.
Why?
Yeah, it's hot out here.
It's freezing.
Hot, stifling, stuffy, suffocating. I'll get some water. I'll be back in an hour. Yeah, I mean, every minute away from you will seem like an hour.
You know, really, Gillis, I don't call that playing the game. I mean, like, so you should... Chance with me with these crazy
Here,
buttons.
Enchanté, monsieur. I am Maynard G. Krebs.
Good evening, sir. I'm Tremblay.
Don't worry. A good night's sleep will fix you up.
Excuse me, sir. The music has stopped.
Only for everybody else.
True.
It's simply not fair. That's what it's not. I mean, one should surely get a chance to wear one's own dinner jacket.
Possess your soul in patience, Chatsworth. Sure we did. You took 15 minutes extra last time.
So what? It's my dinner jacket.
That's a fine way to make friends, Chatsworth.
Yeah. All right, I don't want to be friends. I want my dinner jacket.
It's my turn.
No, it's mine.
No, it's mine.
Dobe?
Yeah?
You got trouble.
We all got trouble.
Not like you got.
No, I don't believe it. I didn't see it. It's a hallucination. That's what it is. It's a hallucination. I'll just close my eyes and it'll all go away.
Hi, Dad.
It's true. It's true.
You know Maynard, of course.
Of course I know Maynard. That's the kind of luck I got. I don't care who it is. What are you doing out here stark naked? What's the matter? You finally gone and slipped your trolley completely? The biggest house in town, the biggest grocery account in town, the biggest party. I finally get a chance maybe to get into the big dough, and what happens? You're out here running around in your pelt.
Then I'll explain the whole thing.
Put on some clothes.
What?
Don't argue with me. Put on some clothes. Take mine, all of you. You're standing around here.
No, Dad. I mean, Mr. Dash, but like...
You shut up!
Actually, Mr. Gillis, it's not wise what you're...
When I want some advice from three lunatics, I'll go out to the insane asylum and talk to some people who make sense. Nasty! Oh, so nasty! Oh, I gotta kill that boy. I just
Maynard, please. What's the matter with you?
Like nothing. I'm happy.
Happy. Happy. I lost Sabrina Armitage. My father's looking at law books trying to find out if parents can divorce children in this state, and you're happy.
Like Clip City, man.
Like what?
That chick, she digs me the most.
You mean Venice West?
Yeah. The other night when she saw us standing out there in I can't say it.
Drawers, and don't remind me.
She thinks I got nice legs.
Nice legs?
Ready, Cat Matt?
Coming, Mother.
Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dream one at all? No matter, he's hers and hers.